And good evening and welcome to tonight's installment of the Extermitech Pest Control Game of the Week on the Montgomery Sports Network. The Montgomery Sports Network is your destination in the River region of Alabama for the best high school sports coverage. From live broadcast of full games to on-demand replays to game highlights, it's all right here on the Montgomery Sports Network. Tonight we are in Clanton, Alabama here at Tiger Stadium for a matchup between the Class 6A Stanhope Elmore Mustangs as they made the drive up I-65 here to take on the Class 5A CHILTON County Tigers. Before we start off the pregame show and get to the keys to tonight's game, here are a few words from our sponsors.
Extermitech Pest Control is a small, passionate, and powerful team. If you have bugs bugging you, join the Extermitech family and have peace of mind that comes from the expertise of a professional company and enjoy their personal service. Extermitech is locally owned and operated. They've been bugging the competition for over 15 years. Each and every customer is important to them. Customer service, their number one goal. Call Extermitech 334-209-4590.
Montgomery's new at-work station is 96.1 KISS FM.
Hey, soul sister, ain't that Miss
The biggest and best playlist and long sets of non-stop music.
But I'm not crazy, I'm just a little unwell.
96.1 KISS FM.
Send my love to you like
Just the music you know and love.
don't stop.
Montgomery's new at-work radio station.
Kiss FM.
It was 1917. Charlie Chaplin appeared as the Little Tramp, Walt Disney graduated from high school, and Woodrow Wilson was re-elected president. And in Montgomery, Chris's sold their very first hot dog. Move forward to the 1950s. Hank Williams was hanging out at Chris's. Up through the 70s and 80s, many stars and politicians discovered Montgomery's little secret. Jump ahead to the new millennium. Riverwalk Stadium, the alleyway, and the new downtown. It's now 100 years later, and Chris's is still serving their world-famous hot dogs at 138 Dexter Avenue. How long has it been since you've tasted the city's most famous hot dog? Make Chris's part of your family history. Still family-owned and operated, Chris's makes every hot dog and hamburger to order. Take Chris's to your next party or event. Call-in orders are welcome. Online at chrishotdogs.com and on Facebook. Chris's Famous Hot Dogs. Taste the tradition.
Experience the history of the first country music superstar and see how Hank Williams transformed country music and sowed the seeds of what was to become American music. Visit the Hank Williams Museum, nestled in historic downtown Montgomery, Alabama. The Hank Williams Museum is one of the top tourist attractions in Alabama. Museum hours are 9 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Monday through Friday, 10 to 4 on Saturday, and 1 to 4 on Sunday. And they offer group rates, AAA, and military discounts. If you're injured on the job, the law requires your employer to pay your medical expenses and cover your lost wages for any work-related injury. Employers and their insurers often try to deny workers' compensation claims or limit your benefits. Whether you're totally disabled and cannot work or if you've suffered some impairment, attorney Matt Matthews has years of experience litigating. For more information, go to the website protectingalworkers.com. That's protectingalworkers.com.
And welcome back to the Hank Williams Museum pregame show. You're watching the Montgomery Sports Network as we are live in Clanton, Alabama, peach capital of the state, for tonight's opening week of Alabama high school football between the host Chilton County Tigers and the visitors from Millbrooks, the Stanhope Elmore Mustangs. My name is Kane Young. I'll be your play-by-play, and this evening our color commentator will be Cameron, too. Cameron, it's good to have you aboard here.
It's good to be here, Kane. It's showtime, man. Football's back in the state of Alabama, and I'm excited for this matchup tonight.
Yeah, we're expecting a big crowd here, crowds gathering in, a warm evening here in Clanton. We're basically in about the geographical center of Alabama along I-65, halfway between Montgomery and Birmingham for those of you tuning in from outside the area. But we expect a big crowd. Millbrooks, Stanhope Elmore, just down the road about 25 miles away. They travel very well. And, you know, Cameron, bottom line is it's Friday night, it's Alabama, and people here love high school football.
Right, it's just in our blood here in the state of Alabama. And as you mentioned, the stands are packed. You got the lights on. You can feel the energy in the atmosphere. And so you couldn't ask for a better opening scene and opening night of high school football, just about 24 minutes away. So we're going to kick off this pregame show and highlight both teams and then get right to it.
And here on the Montgomery Sports Network, before we get into the keys of the game, we would like to thank our sponsors. We have numerous sponsors here on this season here in 2018. Extermitech Pest Control. They are locally owned and operated. Extermitech Pest Control is a small, passionate, and power team voted best in Montgomery. If you have bugs bugging you, call Extermitech. They have been bugging the competition for over 15 years. Call 334-209-4590. We also like to thank ProtectingALWorkers.com. Workers' compensation attorney Matt Matthews has many years of experience litigating workers' compensation cases here in Alabama. If you are hurt on the job, he can help you get your benefits you deserve. Visit ProtectALWorkers.com or call 334-721-4878. We also like to thank down in Montgomery the Hank Williams Museum. This 6,000 square foot museum is located at 118 Commerce Street. You can take a step back in time and learn about the musical history and life of a Montgomery man who is known as the legendary singer Hank Williams. Browse the large gift shop. Groups are always welcome at the Hank Williams Museum. We also like to thank Chris's Famous Hot Dogs down on Dexter Avenue in Montgomery. Chris's has been in business for over 100 years. In fact, they are celebrating the 101st year this 2018 calendar year in the capital city. Just located down the street from the Capitol, 138 Dexter Avenue, Chris's Famous Hot Dogs. Taste the tradition. Call orders in advance, 334-265-6850. And we'd also like to thank Mid-State Burglar Bars and Ironworks. Mid-State Burglar Bars and Ironworks is a local owned and operated business. They have been in business since 1985 and serve Montgomery and the surrounding counties. They build and install burglar bars, AC guards, storm doors, and more. Their philosophy is being honest, dependable, fair priced, and to treat each customer with respect. Call Mid-State 334-313-9015. And Cameron, you have a few more sponsors for us.
American Oak and More, committed to offering exceptional furniture at affordable prices. American Oak and More's friendly staff will help you locate exactly what you're looking for, from patio, mattresses, dining, bedroom, living room, entertainment consoles, youth, occasional furniture, and more. Voted best in Montgomery. You don't pay with fake money, so don't settle for fake wood. Call 334-277-7793. That's American Oak and More. La Zona Rosa Hillwood Mexican Cafe, located at 2838 Zelda Road, minutes from downtown Montgomery, is one of the area's finest Mexican restaurants. From their great lunch selection and value to the tablecloth and candle evening atmosphere for dinner, La Zona Rosa has something for all. Dine in or carry out available. Call 334-274-1153. That's La Zona Rosa Hillwood Mexican Cafe. And finally, our media partner, the stations of Blue Water Broadcasting, News Talk 93.1, Kiss FM 97.9, Jams, Bama Country 98.9, Yo 100.5, Classic Country The Possum, 104.9 The Gump, and 107.1 The Vault. They are local folks helping local business. Call them today and let them help your business. That's 334-244-0961. Thank you to Blue Water Broadcasting, and thank you to all of the sponsors. Couldn't do it without them. Please support them and tell them Montgomery Sports Network sent you.
Okay, awesome. We're just about 20 minutes from kickoff here at Tiger Stadium in Clanton. A good setting for high school football, one of the nicest fields that you'll see around. It's very well kept here. The facility looks great. We'd also like to thank the Chilton County administration for having us up here, Principal Ron Pinson and head coach Tal Morrison for the Tigers for having us here to start this 2018 season. So, Cameron, we'll look at a few keys to the game here, and I guess we'll start with the visiting Stanhope Elmore Mustangs, led by second-year head coach Brian Bradford. And I guess we'll start out about basically a quick start, a hot start for the Mustangs. You want to tell us about that?
Yeah, it wasn't a hot start in 2017, that's for sure. In Coach Bradford's first year, the Mustangs started off 0-3 in 17, but they finished 5-6 with a playoff appearance. I believe if Stanhope can get off to a quick start in this game and they can win this game, it sets the tone for the rest of the season. It kind of hurts when you drop the first 3 games. And obviously it wasn't a bad season. You made the playoffs, but imagine how much better it could have been had you established some winning football earlier on. So that is a key for Stanhope and this staff. And then you're looking at some playmakers, some skill guys on the offensive side of the ball that we'll lead into next that can help establish that quick, consistent pace.
Yeah, Coach Bradford did a good job last year rallying the troops. As you said, they were 0-3. We had them later in the year here on the Montgomery Sports Network in a game against Carver, but that was set up for playoff positioning, and they lost that game and got bumped to the 4 seed. Had to travel to Tuscaloosa to take on Hillcrest, and Hillcrest ended up beating them in the first round. So, as you say, we win some games early here, get some momentum going, get things started in the right direction, especially with area play coming up in a few weeks down the road. And Stanhope next week faces one of their big rivals from across the interstate, Prattville. So they like to jumpstart this season here. And the guys are looking here to jumpstart. They have a few very key skill players, especially on the offensive side of the ball. Their quarterback and a couple wide receivers. Tell us about them, Cameron.
Well, you're looking at a quarterback and receiver tandem, 2 seniors right here. You got Kerensky McGee at the quarterback position and Caden Anderson at the wide receiver position. McGee is sitting at 5'7", 155, and Caden's at 6'1", 155. It's going to be interesting to see how the passing attack works out. But as we were talking about before the broadcast, I can expect Kerensky to be a nifty fella and run and use his legs to make some big games on offense. And then you look at the coach's son, Connor Bradford. He's in his junior season, 5'10", 165. He's coming out here. He's kicking. He's playing offense. He is obviously somebody you like to have on that offensive side of the ball and somebody they're looking at to be a senior leader. And then how about Duncan, the running back, 6'0", 170. This looks like an offense from Stanhope that could do some big things, and Chilton County's defense, a senior-laden defense, is going to have to stay on their toes and stay focused because Stanhope, although they averaged 15.5 points per game last season, me and you both think this offense is going to be different than what it was a year ago.
Yeah, last year they had some injuries down the stretch, and the games they won were extremely close, and they were extremely low scoring. And based on warm-ups out here, I was down in the field before the game. Kerensky McGee looked like he had a very first quick step running some of the scout team plays down there before the game. And finally, last key for the Mustangs, let's talk about the weather. That's always a factor, and it is hot, hot, hot.
It is, man. It's August in Alabama, and we're probably going to be dealing with this heat till what? Maybe early October. It could be December. It's Alabama. It's how we roll here. So it's going to be interesting to see how this weather affects the players. But what did you do in the summer? I mean, how did you treat your summer workouts? How was your conditioning? That will all play factor in tonight. There will be heat timeouts throughout the entire game, and obviously you want to have caution when it comes to the heat here. Stay hydrated, but sometimes it's all on the players and the coaches to keep everybody in check and make sure they're treating their bodies right, staying healthy, so that they can prepare for these hot Friday nights in Alabama.
Yeah, and down here in Alabama, obviously they love their high school football. Some states haven't even started their seasons yet. We're already on their way here. Bottom line is it is hot. We start baseball season in February. It's 20 degrees, but football is going to be 90 and hot. And as you said, we're going to have the heat timeouts. About the 6-minute mark of each quarter here tonight. And on the other side of the ledger, the homestanding Chilton County Tigers, they dropped down from Class 6A to 5A this year, 5A Region 3, led by second-year coach Tal Morrison. And let's talk about a little bit of CTC. What is that all about?
CTC. I mean, you're the guy here. That you're in your home territory, but it's changed the culture. Obviously, 1-9 last season, 2017, a record low. A lot of record lows. They allowed 359 points last year. That is a program record. They started off 0-5, really nothing to look forward to, but obviously that's got to change, and it starts with the seniors.
Okay, we're going to go with the national anthem here, and we'll come back to our keys for Chilton County in just a moment.
Dear God, I truly pray that you come with our friend Addie Archer, dear God. You know what's going on, and you provide the strength she needs. Lastly, dear God, I ask that you lift up the men that have led them and enabled every athlete and coach to feel proud at the end of tonight's game. Dear God, I give you the praise and the honor in all that you do. Amen.
And that was an invocation there, and we are going to have the playing of the national anthem.
Please remain standing.
And they'll be raising the flag in the far end zone to our right above the CCHS.
Flag will be raised by the American Legion Business Class, post number 6.
anthem was presented by the Pride of Chilton County band here, the homestanding Tigers, and we'll continue on with Chilton County's keys to the games. Let's talk about that Tiger defense.
Tiger defense, you're starting with the defensive line here with Jaron Swindle and Xavier Trimble. Those are your guys that are going to be plugging the middle, trying to stop that Mustang attack, as we think with the how they'll use the legs and Karinsky McGee, who's a nifty player for Stanhope. But how about all of the seniors on the defensive side of the ball? 18 seniors on this entire roster for Chilton County, trying to change that culture, and it's going to be a sight for sore eyes to see this senior-laden defense up against the skillful offense of Stanhope.
And finally, last thing, let's talk about that weather again for the Tigers.
It's hot. We just mentioned it, man. It's humid. It's hot. It's Alabama in August. Both of these schools, both of these programs are going to have to fight through the heat. They're going to have to stay conditioned, and they're going to have to rely on the work they put in this summer to prepare them for this big moment, opening night.
Okay, we're just about 10 minutes from kickoff here. Stanhope Elmore visiting Chilton County here at Tiger Stadium. We're going to take a quick timeout. You're watching the Montgomery Sports Network.
Experience the history of the first country music superstar and see how Hank Williams transformed country music and sowed the seeds of what was to become American music. Visit the Hank Williams Museum, nestled in historic downtown Montgomery, Alabama. The Hank Williams Museum is one of the top tourist attractions in Alabama. Museum hours are 9 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Monday through Friday, 10 to 4 on Saturday, and 1 to 4 on Sunday. And they offer group rates, AAA, and military discounts.
I had a dream, a beautiful dream. I couldn't believe how real it seemed. Up on stage, in a field of green, on the winding river, and a song you'll sing. When I wake up, I'll see you here in Montgomery, where dreams come true.
And welcome back. You're watching the Montgomery Sports Network presentation of Alabama High School football, where tonight we're in Clanton, Alabama, where the homestanding Chilton County Tigers take on the visiting Stanhope Elmore Mustangs. Good crowd filling up here at Tiger Stadium on both sides. Millbrook, Stanhope Elmore all just down the road in Millbrook, about 25 miles down I-65, and they travel extremely well. And, of course, Clanton very supportive of their team, especially on Friday nights here. Expect a good, maybe close to 3,000 here tonight at Tiger Stadium. As we get ready for the teams to come on the field, it looks like the Tiger captains are out there getting ready for the coin toss. And Stanhope is going off to the corner to our left here. They've come out of the tunnel. And down Coach Bradford down there giving a few instructions. Let's talk a little bit about Coach Bradford making a return trip here to Clanton. He was a longtime offensive coordinator at Stanhope Elmore, and then came up here a few years ago and became the head coach right when the Tigers kind of jumped into that 6A level. And here in 2018, they kind of go back down to 5A under second-year coach Tal Morrison. So Coach Bradford here returned, kind of a homecoming for him. He is very familiar with the personnel for the Tigers, especially the junior and senior class. He coached a lot of those players when they were younger. Do you think that gives him any kind of advantage going into tonight's contest?
Absolutely, I do. I really think that he has the upper hand right here. He's definitely running off a lot of motivation, probably some jitters. He's back in his old territory, his old place, but now he's found some comfortability with Stanhope, his old school. And like you mentioned, he knows these senior players from Chilton left and right, and that could prove to be beneficial for him tonight.
And basically, Stanhope, as we said, in Coach Bradford's first year, they started 0-3, rallied to make the playoffs in a tough region. They were in there with Park Crossing and Sidney and Lanier. They were both very good teams last year. They've gotten shifted out of the Montgomery area in terms of region, and they're kind of to the east and the north now. They're in there with Opelika, very traditional football power. Some other very good teams, Calera, of course, Wetumpka, made it all the way to the state finals last year in Tuscaloosa. And we can't leave out Benjamin Russell, a strong football team, which is where the Chilton County Coach Morrison came from, and he is currently in his second year here. And as you said earlier, trying to do that little C2C thing. CTC, I should say, not C2C. That's the which we looked up our rosters the other day.
Change the culture,
Change
man.
the culture.
BYOG, bring your own guts. The CTC, maybe that can be the motivation factor for this team. Obviously, we know that both programs really need to start off hot tonight, really need a win, just to get in that winning category. Over 500 can be big for a mentality.
Yeah, and I was down in the field. I talked to a couple of the assistant coaches from Stanhope when I was walking up here off the field. And that's one of the things they reiterated. They want to stop being 5-5, 5-6. Neither school has had a winning record since 2012. Both teams went into the playoffs in 2012. Stanhope is 6A, Chilton County a 5A, and won playoff games. In fact, Chilton County went 10-2 that year in 2012, finished second in the region, lost a 3-point game to Homewood to finish second, and actually beat Saraland here out of Mobile in the first round of the playoffs. And that year, Stanhope Elmore ended up winning 2 games in the playoffs, went to the third round. So it's been a little bit of drought for both schools, and you know, one of our keys to the game, as you said before, getting off to this quick start. Somebody is going to begin that push tonight to a winning record.
Exactly. It starts tonight. Stanhope started off 0-3 last year, as we mentioned, and then Chilton County 0-5. The good news, one of these teams, they leave the stadium tonight an over 500 football team. And as I mentioned, that can pay huge dividends moving forward into the season when the schedule gets tougher.
And the captains for Stanhope Elmore walking out here to the 50-yard line. The officials are ready. We'll try to monitor the coin toss here to see who's going to win it or defer. Chilton County led by, looks like Cade Williams, one of the captains over there for the Tigers. He was introduced today, one of the brightest young men this school has to offer and so forth. And Tristan Schmidhorst, another captain. A couple of those senior linebackers we were talking about in the pregame show here on the Hank Williams pregame show. That'll lead the Tigers out here. And for Stanhope Elmore, it looks like Anderson, the receiver, is going to be one of the captains for the Mustangs, along with Trey Hardy, who is a cornerback. And then also looks like linebacker Derek Butler is going to be another captain, and I believe number 71, a lineman. I'm going to look way down.
Ryan Winston.
Ryan Winston, thank you.
All seniors right there.
So Coach Bradford going with seniors, and Chilton County going with seniors, and they'll make their way out there to the big C. Chilton County kind of changed up their logo this year. They have a C in the middle of the field with some tiger stripes. They've been using that Clemson, Paul, for a while here the last several years, and they've kind of rebranded themselves here.
The field looks great.
It does. It's a very good field. It's a very fast track. Walking down there, it's cut very low. Looks in great shape. Everything's trimmed up. A fabulous setting for a high school game here in Clanton. Off to the right, they have the big CCHS, which is unique in rocks. That was a project done by a student here named Riley Locke a few years ago. He put that together to get that done, and looks beautiful. As the just a good night for football. Blue cloud or blue sky, just a few clouds, not much breeze. And Tiger Stadium here kind of sits in a pit. Not a lot of breeze here down on the field. Can get very hot. Everybody has to walk down the ramp instead of walking into the stadium and walking up to the stands. A little different setup compared to most places. Kind of have that horseshoe look to it.
We got the fans in here, so we're okay.
Yeah, we have no AC in our press box tonight. We're used to the friendly confines of the Crampton Bowl on the Montgomery Sports Network. But hey, we're going to make do. If we lose a few LBs along the way, so be it. It's going to be okay. Officials having a long talk out there. First game, going through a lot of things and so forth, introduce themselves, and want to keep everything good and clean on the field and make sure everybody's equipped. Saw Coach Bradford and Coach Morrison talking to the officials and about each team was out there warming up. Unique setup here at Chilton County Tiger Stadium. The Tigers are one of the few schools to have a tunnel, and they will actually enter the tunnel to our right here in the corner in just a moment and break through the banner. As Stanhope Elmore came out of there just a minute, and they went to the end zone to our left, and they'll come out of their traditional Stanhope Elmore Mustangs banner right down by the goalpost.
I'll tell you what, that tunnel is cool. I have never seen that, and I know in my playing days, if I would have had that, I would have been jacked.
It looks like the toss, and Stanhope Elmore looks like they won it. They are going to receive the ball. It is Chilton County will be doing the kicking here, and go on defense first. So that's senior late in defense. Cameron going to get put to the test right away here for the Tigers.
Right off the bat, and it looks like Stanhope and Coach Bradford, they're confident in this offensive attack. We mentioned they only scored 15. They averaged only 15.5 points last season. They're looking for something different. It starts tonight.
And the two teams are about ready to run on the field. We'll see who makes their entrance first here. Chilton County off to our right, coming out of the tunnel. Stanhope Elmore off to our left. They used to shoot off some fireworks. Here come the Mustangs. They are first on the field as the visitors. Class 6A making their way up I-65 from Millbrook. Good-looking squad coming out here. And off to our right come the homestanding Chilton County Tigers running through the fog and coming out of the tunnel. Again, one of the unique settings here Alabama high school football has to offer. And good crowd here, still gathering. See a line of cars coming off Highway 31 out over off of Main Street here in Clanton.
Got the fog machine, the tunnel.
Yeah.
It's a whole nother level here in Chilton County.
And I'll be honest with you, back when I was coaching here, I've coached at both schools for the record, but we shot off some fireworks down there a few times. Probably wasn't the safest setup, but I tell you what, it looked good with the fog and the banner and coming out the tunnel. It's kind of got that Miami Hurricane thing going on there. The only other thing you could have, maybe that Clemson run down the hill there. We got the hill there. Could maybe
just need Howard's Rock.
Yeah, we need a little landscaping done, but nevertheless, good setting here. And Mustangs are going to go out and receive this kickoff.
And we mentioned some special teams earlier right here. With the skill players that Stanhope have, it's going to be interesting to see how Chilton County treats this opening kickoff.
It looks like number 18, Teddy Harris, back deep for the Mustangs, and maybe number 13, Jaquan Cohen, I believe, are the two deep men. Be interesting to see if Clanton actually kicks it off deep, or they try to do the sky kick that we see so prevalent here in Alabama high school football.
Yeah, I have a feeling we're going to see a lot of speed from this Stanhope Elmore team all night on both sides of the football. But here we go. Showtime.
And it looks like Christopher Hunter is going to do the kicking duties here for the Tigers. And again, you're watching the Montgomery Sports Network here at mymgmsports.com. And the kick is underway, and the 2018 season has begun. And it's taken by Cohen. He races, has a seam across the 40. One man to beat, makes him miss, and he is loose 30. 20, 15, 10, 5. What a start for the Mustangs.
And what did we just say? Watch out for special teams. They got some quickness, a great blocking scheme right there. Worked to perfection. I don't even think he was touched. Put 6 on the board for Stanhope.
I tell you what, special teams always a factor in the first game of the year. And the Mustangs strike quick, 6-0, 88 and out of the gate. My goodness gracious, that was about a 90-yard kickoff return. And the Mustangs look like they're going to try to kick the extra point.
13 seconds, all it took to get on the board.
This sideline over here just erupted.
And that's tough for Chilton County to open the season in that fashion right there, allowing a big return to the house.
And it looks like number 83 is going to do the kicking here for Stanhope Elmore. That is going to be Dylan Presetti. Snap is down, kick is low, tipped, and it will be no good.
Well, there's a positive.
So, nevertheless, the Mustangs on the board quick. We're going to take a quick time out here. It's Stanhope 6, Chilton County nothing. You're watching the Montgomery Sports Network.
97.9 Jams, the new home of the Ricky Smiley Morning Show.
Hey, what up? This is your boy Ricky Smiley from the Ricky Smiley Morning Show on my new home, Montgomery, the Gump. ASU, what's up?
Throwback Quickie Mix at noon, the live drive at 5, and top 5 at 9. Your favorite jams are on now. Drake, Rihanna, T.I., Nicki Minaj, Chris Brown, and Beyonce are all at 979jams.com and on your radio at 97.9. Tune in and turn up 97.9 Jams.
And we're back at Tiger Stadium. Stanhope Elmore out quickly. We believe that was Frederick Moore. It was tough to get a read on the number, whether it was 13 or 18. I think it was Frederick Moore, Jr. for the Mustangs. 88 yards to start the game here. 6-0 quickly. We're 13 seconds into the season. You can't ask for a better start. One of our keys to the game was getting off to a hot start for the Mustangs.
Boom.
Hey, we're right
Special
there.
teams, quick starts, all of that in the pregame show on the keeping our eyes on that. But now it's time to see what this Chilton County offense is made of. Obviously, I hate it for those seniors. They didn't get a chance to run out on that field. We'll see them eventually. And I know for a fact that Chilton County is going to treat that kickoff differently next time.
Yeah, that was some quick speed, and they had a shot to tackle him at the 50-yard line, but they gave a little L1 and R2 for you PlayStation people out there, and then next thing you know, he was gone for a touchdown. Mustang's going to kick it off. This one's going to be deep. It's going to hit the 3-yard line. Perfect kick for the Mustangs. And that is Mason Dennis, and he's dropped at the 15-yard line. It looks like it was number 3, Derek Butler, on the tackle for Stanhope Elmore.
Yeah, one of the captains off to a quick start on special teams. It was a nice tackle right there from the senior Derek Butler.
Yeah, a little indecision there by Chilton County on the kick. It hit the ground and probably cost them 5, maybe 7 to 10 yards there. So the Tigers will come out on offense. And it looks like Shaquem Lassiter will be the quarterback, and his senior running back Cameron Wright will be with him in the backfield. 1st and 10 at the 15. That's going to be Wright getting it off left side. Fights for a couple yards across the 15 to about the 18. A gain of 3 there for Cameron.
Yeah, some positive yardage from Cameron. All eyes are on him tonight, the senior leader in the backfield. I expect him to get a lot of touches in this one.
So we'll call it 2nd down and 7 for the Tigers. Looks like a little pistol set this time with a tight end to the near side. Wright's going to get it going over right guard this time, and he's going to tiptoe his way to a gain of 2 out to the 20.
So that quickly brings up a 3rd down for Chilton County, and need a big play right here from somebody to keep this drive going, or you give the ball right back to Stanhope.
Number 52, LaDorian Leonard on the tackle that time for Stanhope Elmore, and it's a crucial 3rd and 6 here early in the game. Lasser gets a snap, steps up, looking to run. He's hit and can't escape, and is dropped for a loss behind the line that time, and it's going to be 4th down for the Tigers.
That was Quintarius Edwards getting in there, making the shoestring tackle. We know that Lacer can improvise. He's quick on his feet. The pocket collapsed. He was trying to rush for that 1st down, but I'll tell you what, Edwards got in there, made a great tackle. 3 and out for Chilton County, and here comes Stanhope again.
4th down, and C.J. Hunter on the punt for the Tigers. It looks like the coach's son, Connor Bradford, is standing back at the 50 to receive this. Not to start the Tigers one at the moment. See if their defense can make a stand here. Kick is away. It's going to bounce. Bradford's going to play it off the one hop and take it and fight across the 50 down to the 44-yard line, and the Mustangs set up with good field position here on their what will be their initial offensive possession now.
Right. I mean, you start into Tiger territory. You already have 6 points on the board, not as much pressure on the offense, and we got a lot of skill players on that offensive side of the ball for Stanhope, but here comes that senior D from Chilton County. We've been looking forward to this matchup all day.
All right, Kerensky McGee calling the signals here, the senior quarterback, 5'7", for the Mustangs. Gets a snap. He's going to throw a quick screen out here to number 18, Teddy Harris, and he's across the 40. Some good blocking out there by Caden Anderson, and a gain of 8 on 1st down.
Quickly, right out of the floodgates, going to the receiver, get a good block here on the near side and picking up some yardage, 2nd and short. This is what Stanhope wants to see all night.
They're going to go tempo, looks like. Looks like Duncan is in the backfield with McGee. Straight spread formation here, 2 receivers each side. McGee's going to throw right, and oh boy,
ooh,
looked like the cornerback had a read on that. Connor Bradford went up and tried to make a nice catch, but next thing you know, that ball was kind of floating there for just a second.
That was a high throw. It nearly was intercepted, and there was a good chance it could have been taken to the house for a touchdown. We mentioned the size from McGee, 5'7", 155. Could be a challenge to throw over that defensive line.
Looks like it was Patterson on the coverage for Chilton County. Here's a 3rd and 2 at the Tiger 37.
Ooh.
Mustangs looking to the sideline here. They're changing the play. Looks like the trips to their far side. That's going to be Duncan driving up the middle. He's going to be close. He's met in the pile. It's going to depend on the spot.
Yeah, that's going to be super close. I think he may have just gotten enough, though, for the 1st down. Stanhope thinks they have it.
Yeah, the side judge here on the near side said 1st down. So 1st and 10 for the Mustangs. Their first down of the game. It comes with 9:14 left here in the 1st quarter.
So they're taking a little long there.
Oh, well, I take that back now. There's some confusion. The one official said 1st down. The chains have moved. The white hat, who makes the final decision, he had 4th down, and now they're going to wait 1st down. So maybe
there we go.
That's where the head official was not aware it was a 1st down. So 1st and 10 for the Mustangs. Coach Bradford trying to get his team to the line quickly here and run another play.
They might go for Caden Anderson right here. I'd watch out for number 1 on the near side.
You called it. Nice catch. He spins to the outside, and he's out of bounds on near to 30. And some extracurricular activity here. That looked like a late hit. There comes the flag. So a late hit out of bounds on the Tigers, and it's going to be a free 15 for Stanhope Elmore.
And you cannot be doing that. Those penalties are just so frustrating if you're on the coaching staff, just handing over free yardage. But right there you see McGee hook up with Anderson. that senior duo, quarterback to receiver, could be pitch and catch all night.
Yeah, and over here on this near side, Anderson has a huge height advantage on the cornerback, Patterson.
Right.
They just ran a little hitch route that time for the 5 yards, but that looks like one of the safeties came up and hit late. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Mustangs. They're all the way down, knocking on the door in the red zone at the Chilton County 15-yard line.
Honestly, wouldn't be surprised if they tried a fade on one of these first 2 plays, but now we see another receiver replace Anderson here on the near side. Moves Anderson in the slot.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be Teddy Harris on the near side here. Duncan in the backfield with McGee. McGee gets a high snap, looks left, throws, has a man near the 10-yard line, and that's Anderson again for a gain of 5.
He's going to be a popular man all night for this Stanhope offense. And now they're trying to establish that passing game, doing a decent job trying to punch it in the end zone here and go up by 2 scores.
So 2nd and 5 at the 10. This time a pistol set. Duncan's going to get it right side across the 10. Drives towards the 5. He's down close to another first down. Going to bring up just 3rd down and 1. It looks like a gain of 4 in the play for Duncan.
This is a big stand for Chilton County. Cannot afford to let Stanhope get too far ahead here in the first quarter.
And if I know Coach Bradford, this is a 4-down situation right here unless there's some sort of penalty or a big loss of yardage on this play. So 3rd and 1 at the 6. Duncan gets it right side. He's going to have the first down. He's down near the 3-yard line. Pick up a 3 and another 1st and goal situation here for the Mustangs.
And they're just moving with ease. Not much of a challenge from the Chilton County defense. I don't know if maybe it's the emotions or the jitters, but so far it's been easy for Stanhope.
Yeah, they just kind of moved down the field here. McGee in the shotgun again with Duncan. And Duncan's going to get it right side. And he's in for the touchdown. So Duncan is in a 3-yard run. And the Mustangs are out quickly, 12-0 here at Tiger Stadium.
Well, Stanhope started in Tiger field position after the 3-and-out on defense, and they capitalized right there, moving the ball easy, a few pitch plays, and then a couple of rushing attacks, one for the touchdown from Duncan, and now it's 12-0 Mustangs here in the first quarter.
And here they're going to go for 2. Might get that fade route this time to Anderson. He's got one-on-one coverage down here in the bottom of our screen. McGee gets it. The hit, looks, throws. No, he can't throw. He's hit, and he is dropped way in the backfield that time. Looks like it was maybe 69. Traven Bostic with the sack, preventing the extra point. So our new score with 7:52 left in the first quarter. It is Stanhope Elmore 12, Chilton County nothing. You're watching the Montgomery Sports Network.
Extermitech Pest Control is a small, passionate, and powerful team. If you have bugs bugging you, join the Extermitech family and have peace of mind that comes from the expertise of a professional company and enjoy their personal service. Extermitech is locally owned and operated. They've been bugging the competition for over 15 years. Each and every customer is important to them. Customer service, their #1 goal. Call Extermitech 334-209-4590.
And we're back at Tiger Stadium, and the Mustangs have stampeded out quickly to a 12-0 lead in front of the homestanding Tigers. 2 scores in 4 minutes and 8 seconds, Cameron.
Not what you want to see if you're on that Chilton County sideline. You've been working all summer, been ready for this for weeks now, and then it hasn't been a good start. But there's still so much time left in this ball game. Right now, Stanhope has the momentum. Need something on offense here.
Yeah, that's
for
one thing.
Sure.
High school football, the momentum can change in an instant. A lot of ball game left here.
Absolutely. Crazy things happen on Friday nights in Alabama.
So it looks like Pressetti's going to kick it off here for the Mustangs. Kick is away. And it's going to be taken and fallen on by the up man, number 16, Devontae Robinson. But I tell you what, they have field position here again for Chilton County. Both possessions have started here on the 16-yard line.
Yeah, it's been a game of opposites on special teams for Stanhope. Some clean fielding, nice returns, one for a touchdown, one that brought you into enemy territory, and then on the opposite end for Chilton County, had some indecisiveness and maybe some just bad plays right there.
So the Tigers offense comes back out on the field. It looks like Lasser is going to be a quarterback, and Cameron Wright in the backfield. They're going to go trips to the near sideline here, to the short side of the field. Lasseter going to run an option to the left. Wright makes the catch, and he races across the 20. There's a positive play, and he's going to be close to a first down out near the 26-yard line for the senior running back.
That'll get you started right there, and some great blocking in his direction, setting up an alley for him to pick up that first down. And now it looks like Chilton County's going to move a little fast right here, but a big start to this drive.
Yeah, nice design that time by the Chilton County coaching staff. They went trips away and ran option away from the strength, and Wright was able to make a move there and get a first down. So that is the initial first down of the game for the Tigers. Lasseter is still calling the signals. This time he's going to hand off again to another back, and the ball is loose on the ground, and Stanhope has it. And it looks like number 6 is running down the sideline there.
It was actually
number 5.
Right, number 5, Marlon Hunt Jr.
Marlon Hunt Jr.
The scoop and score, a senior making another big play. And now tack on more points for Stanhope. There's a flag on the field. I guess that would be excessive celebration after the touchdown. Still don't know. But man, wow, what a start for Stanhope Elmore to the 2018 season on the road.
Yeah, I'm not sure who was carrying the football there. Wright came out. They come out of the game for a play because he lost his helmet on the previous run, and that time the ball came loose on the run for the running back, and Hunt was Johnny on the spot there. Marlon Hunt, the senior, picking it up and racing about 20 yards for the touchdown. We'll have to see what the flag is here, but I suspect it'll be the same as you said just a moment ago about excessive celebration.
18-0. Haven't even played half a quarter here tonight.
It looks like, I believe, it is unsportsmanlike. Well, I take it back.
I think they took it back too. Let's see.
A little bit of confusion. He may have been down with his knee before he picked the ball up, but I don't think that was the case. I'm not for certain.
Here comes the defense.
Yeah, Chilton County's defense is definitely out in the field. We know this much. It's a stand-up ball. I don't think they want to spot an extra point at the 23-yard line. They're going to say his knee down was down. I think it's going to be 1st and 10 is what the ruling is.
Yeah, you're right. They would have enforced that on the kickoff. So no points for Stanhope. Big break for Chilton County. Big break.
And this is where your senior defense has got to rise up. They got to make a stand here early in the game, or this one can get out of hand quickly.
Let's see if Cade Williams, the linebacker, can get in there, or Schmidhorst.
Yeah, Jaron Swindle, another senior out there. They're going to have to count on these guys right now to step up and make a play, as it's 1st and 10 for the Mustangs, as they are living in Chilton County territory right now at the 23-yard line. Looks like Duncan and McGee in the backfield. Harris gets it in motion on a sweep. He's loose. He's going to walk into the end zone untouched. There is a flag, though.
Yeah, it's coming back.
Yeah. There is a flag on the play. Run by number 18.
Not going to stand right there. Might have gotten a hold or a block in the back. Something's going to bring this touchdown back. And once again, Chilton County catches a break. Another touchdown negated by a penalty or
illegal motion is the signal. So there was movement before someone was moving forward before the snap that time. So a huge break for Chilton County. They'll take it at this point. But Harris took it and virtually went on touchdown right in that time.
Right, and he got some big blocks out there from Duncan. I mean, just the speed of this Stanhope offense has impressed me so far tonight. Only played, about 5 minutes and some change, but right off the bat, the Stanhope team looks impressive and better than what we saw from the 2017 group.
Yeah, they look very quick and very disciplined at the moment. So 1st and 15 at the 28. 2 receivers split to each side. Bradford and Anderson in the slot for the Mustangs. McGee looking to throw, looks to his right, over the middle, and it's going to be intercepted by Chilton County. And coming up the near side, it looks like it's going to be number 14, Griffin Ferris, the senior safety, making the big play for the Tigers. And there's that senior defense we talked about in the pregame.
Stepping up, the senior D, living up to all the hype and making a huge play that could really change the momentum of this ball game. Chilton County They thought they had given up a scoop and scored. They thought they had given up a touchdown. Unfortunately, it looked like Stanhope made some penalties, which benefited Chilton County, and then boom, you're right back in it, have the ball right back in your hands on offense after a big play on defense. If you're the offense here, you need to step it up and capitalize on that turnover.
And Cameron Wright back in the game for the Tigers after losing his helmet on the other carry. So 1st and 10 on their own, it looks like 12-yard line. Laster's going to hand this off to Wright, and he is met for no gain, maybe even a loss of 1 on the play. Stood up that time with the Mustang defense. Yeah, number 8, Jaquavius Hilliard on the tackle for Stanhope.
Tell you what, this Stanhope defense has been impressive as well, playing with a lot of grit, energy, swarming all over the Tigers' O.
2nd and 12, 6:45 left first quarter. Lassiter is going to roll to the near side. He has some room. He's going to tuck it. He's across the 10, across the 15, and we'll see they're going to mark him out about the 8-yard line. So it's a big pickup there for Lassiter, and it'll bring up a 3rd down and a manageable 4 for the Tigers.
Has that ability to improvise, as I touched on earlier in the broadcast, and it helps the Tigers gain some more ground. They need to convert this 3rd down right here, keep this drive going. Give their defense a little break, too.
Yeah, they need a break. They don't have a lot of guys that are going either way. They're trying to go one side of the ball for each guy, but they need a break right now on defense. This time it's going to be Wright. He's stuffed. He's going to be short of the 1st down. The Mustangs trying to strip that ball, but he drives that, push that pile forward. It's going to be close. Good effort that time by the senior running back, Cameron Wright. We still haven't got a signal whether it's 4th down or 1st down.
That's Derek Butler, the senior, the captain, getting in there again. And you can just tell, man, this Stanhope defense is aggressive, ready to get after it.
1st down, big 1st down for the Tigers as the clock stops with 6:06 left in the 1st quarter.
A hard-fought 1st down.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Maybe that's all you need to get it going.
Senior Cameron Wright doing it with his legs that time and trying to get the Tigers out of a hole. They've been inside their own 20 this entire 1st quarter. And we got some movement before the snap. Looks like Stanhope was setting up a stunt, but it looked like the left side of the line for the Tigers has a false start. We'll get the official signal here.
Yeah, I think it's going to back it up 5 yards on the false start. Yep. Now you're playing from behind the chains after that huge conversion, picking up the 1st down. It's going to take you a little more here to gain some yardage and get another 1st.
So 1st and 15 with 5:55 left in the 1st quarter. We're going to have our first official heat timeout. We're going to take a break with them. It's 12-0 Mustangs. You're watching the Montgomery Sports Network.
If you're injured on the job, the law requires your employer to pay your medical expenses and cover your lost wages for any work-related injury. Employers and their insurers often try to deny workers' compensation claims or limit your benefits. Whether you're totally disabled and cannot work, or if you've suffered some impairment, attorney Matt Matthews has years of experience litigating. For more information, go to the website protectingalworkers.com. That's protectingalworkers.com.
So 5:55 remaining 1st quarter. It is Stanhope Elmore with a 12-0 lead, and Chilton County. Kind of recap where we're at. The Mustangs ran the opening kickoff back for a touchdown, and then they were able to cash in their first offensive possession. It looked like they had just gone up 3 scores there on a scoop and score, but it was negated because the defender's knee was on the ground on the recovery. And then the big interception for Chilton County to give them possession right now by senior Griffin Ferris.
So we've gotten a little taste of everything here in the 1st. The skill players for Stanhope making big plays, and then the seniors on the Chilton County defense stepping up, making big plays. Been an action-packed 1st quarter. Couldn't ask for a better start to 2018.
So 5:55 left, 1st and 15 for the Tigers after the penalty. Right in motion. And this time Lassiter is going to keep it himself. Trying to get to the outside, and a great job of stringing that out by the Mustang defense.
Chilton fans want a late hit out of bounds. Not going to get it. That penetration from the defensive line up front from Stanhope Elmore just causing a disaster there in the backfield for Chilton County. You're seeing a quick, aggressive Stanhope defense right there, taking advantage of Chilton County's penalty. And now a big...
It is a dead ball foul on the Mustangs.
Oh, they got it.
Called
I didn't see the
flag over there either, but they called it, and Coach Bradford is not happy. So whether the crowd had influence on that call or not, it is a first down for Chilton County, and even if it's by penalty, they'll take it at this point.
My apologies, I did not see the flag thrown.
I didn't either.
That's a big pickup for Chilton County. They were facing a third in California.
Well, now they're still setting the chains over here, so I guess it's not a first down. It was just enough to make a second down and about 7, because they had to. Lassiter did lose about 5 on the play. So 2nd and 7 for the Tigers. Lassiter's going to throw, and it's complete over the middle, and that is going to be a first down. Nice catch that time. Looks like Albert on the reception for the Tigers.
Yeah, finding the middle of the field right there. And that was a sharp throw. Just stood in the pocket, delivered the ball with confidence, found his man, and now here comes that Chilton County offense starting to gain some confidence.
So 1st and 10 to the 36. And spinning and driving. Big run that time. That is number 16, Devontae Robinson, the junior, racing across midfield for a gain of 15 and a first down.
How about that? Just running through the Stanhope D, breaking tackles, and keeping this drive alive, keeping the momentum for Chilton County. That was impressive. You can feel that from here, man. All the emotion in the run.
Man, he was driving, and that just kind of lit up the sidelines over there for the Tigers. So 1st and 10, 5:20 left, first quarter. Ball sitting right at midfield. Lassiter's going to hand this off to Robinson again. This time he's going to pick up a couple. Down to the 48, maybe a gain of 2.
It's Derek Butler getting in there again. The senior already has 3 tackles so far tonight.
Yeah, senior linebacker stepping up for the Mustangs.
5'11", 230. I mean, this guy is built to wreak some havoc on the defensive side of the ball.
So 1st and 10 for the Tigers. Check out 2nd and 8.
Right here in Stanhope territory. Got something going.
Lassiter's going to keep it himself, spinning, and still driving towards the 45-yard line. Still going. A lot that looked like a rugby scrum. He's going to pick up about 5. Extra effort that time from Shaquem Lassiter.
And I've been impressed with the extra effort and the tenacity from Chilton County. It looks like the Stanhope Elmore defense are getting to the ball quick, getting to the player quick, but they're not wrapping up. I think they're focused on stripping the football and not bringing their man down. The extra effort for Chilton County could prove to be an X factor in this one.
3rd down and about 5 for the Tigers. 4:25 left first quarter here at Tiger Stadium. Lassiter with right in the backfield. They're going to go with a pistol set this time. And we got movement on the left side of the line. It looks like going to be a illegal procedure penalty on Chilton County.
And now Chilton's going to be forced to throw for a first down. Probably could have handed it off to the beast in the backfield, Cameron Wright, and pick up a first down. But now it's a throwing situation.
So going to be about 3rd down and a short 9 for the Tigers. And again, same formation, although this time Wright's going to move offset of Lassiter. And Lassiter's going to look to throw. It's going to be a screen to right on the left side. And Stanhope has it dissected. They were not fooled. Going to be a minimal gain there on the reception for Cameron Wright.
No, they were not fooled at all. Derek Butler just sniffing that one out, and he has been impressive in the first quarter. I thought it wasn't a bad play call, but the athleticism and that aggressiveness from the Stanhope Elmore defense was able to stop that play from being a big one, and now forces a punting situation for Chilton County.
And 4th down, the Tigers are going to punt. Probably a good decision here by Coach Morrison. Try to flip the field and pin Stanhope back. Good job by the Chilton County offense to get out of that hole back on their 12-yard line. High snap. And nice kick that time by Henderson. Bradford makes the fair catch inside the 20. at the 18. Ends up being a net of 30 yards that time for the Tigers.
Chilton County was moving the football, had some big plays. Couldn't capitalize off after the interception when Stanhope was knocking on the door, looked like about to score another touchdown. And now they've got to rely on that senior D again to make a big stop. Already down 2 scores in this one. Can't afford to give up any more points.
Looks like number 27, Willie Burks, in the backfield here for the Mustangs. Along with McGee. Burks is going to get the handoff right over right guard, spins his way out close to 30. He's near a first down, and in fact, it looks like he's going to have it on his first carry of the game. It's a little simple handoff that time, and Burks, 5'11", 185-pound junior, but he looks larger than that out there. This time Burks gets it again, breaks the tackle at the line of scrimmage, works his way out towards the 39-yard line for a gain of, 34-yard line for a gain of 4.
And they're just making it look easy now, little just handoffs and getting yardage, positive yardage all the way.
Gain of 3 on the play, 3rd down and 7 at the 33.
So 2nd down and 7 for the Mustangs. There's a throw to the near side. It's going to be caught by Harris.
Oh.
Nice move across the 40. There's a flag. I don't know if it's a hold maybe on Anderson. We'll have to check the flag here.
His body language shows that he's guilty. I think they might get him for that hold, and it's going to come back. He's trying to plead his case. I don't know if it'll work out. But man, you saw the niftiness right there.
Yeah, getting these guys in space here, a very promising proposition for Stanhope Elmore when they're able to do it.
Absolutely. And yeah, once again, Stanhope shoots himself in the foot with the penalty. I mean, it happens. You know you're going to rack up some penalties, make some mistakes here and there, but ultimately it'll catch up to you.
First down and 18.
So 2nd and 18 will be the official call here. Coach Bradford pleading his case to the near side official about the call. Maybe disputing where the spot was, whether it's from the end of the run or where the spot of the hold was.
And all he's doing right here is just giving this Chilton County defense some time to take a breather and get organized. Have a good opportunity to get the ball back into the hands of the offense. 2nd and long. Need to capitalize here, buckle down, and get a stop.
So trips to the right here for the Mustangs.
2nd down and 17.
And McGee's going to look to throw. They were trying to set up a screen here. Now he's going to have to take it himself and make something happen. It has some room. Some nice running there by McGee for a positive play. And now there's several flags on the field. One on the far sideline, one back in the area of offensive holding. And we're going to have to let the white hat, the head official, sort this one out.
My goodness, and it's been an action-packed first quarter, but now it's getting kind of sloppy. It's going to be a hold right there on where you mentioned, but on the far side, I'm interested to see what they call. But how about the quickness there from the quarterback? The speed, Karinsky, McGee just keeping it. The slip, too, from the defensive end. He just flat out slipped. He had a chance to sack him.
Yeah, they looked like for all intents and purposes, McGee was going to be stuck there for about a 10-yard loss. He got out of it, gained about 5. They have offsetting penalties here. I still haven't seen a signal. Actually, we have a hold. It looks like a block in the back on, a chop block. There's 2 flags. So we have a hold, it looks like, and a chop block on Stanhope Elmore. So
got that chop block on the edge out there.
So they're going to march it back, and now Coach Bradford that was another flag. I don't know if that was the official's flag is still laying on the ground, the head official. Looks like Coach Bradford is going to take a timeout. Let's see the official call. Yes, timeout, Stanhope Elmore. We're going to take it with them. 2:09 left first quarter. It's 12-0 Mustangs. You're watching the Montgomery Sports Network.
Check 1, 2.
U.S. Sports, and now it's back.
Yep.
The new Yo at 100.5 on your dial. Classic hip hop from back in the days. Tom Joyner in the morning and classic hip hop all day.
Taking it back.
This is Yo music. This This is Yo music. The new Yo is back, now at 100.5 on your radio. The new Yo 100.5. Classic hip-hop.
So timeout taken by Stanhope Elmore. 2:09 left first quarter. Mustangs lead the Tigers 12-0. The ball is resting back at the 10-yard line, and after several penalties here, Stanhope Elmore faces a 2nd down and 30. As nightfall begins to set on us here at Tiger Stadium, and the lights start to take effect.
And it looks like they're playing into the wind, too. Wind's starting to pick up here. 2nd and 30. Oh, my goodness.
2nd and 30. Looks like Xavier Hall's in the backfield here for.
Watch out, though, on the near side. Look at that mismatch.
Yeah, bottom of our screen here on the right, Caden Anderson has a huge height advantage against the Tiger defender. We'll see what happens here. They may just throw it up. You never know. 2nd down play. It looks like Harris is going to get it, racing around the right side. It's going to have some good yardage there. He is across the 20 to about the 25, so he picked up half of it on that carry. Check that was Hall on the carry, not Harris, my bad. Xavier Hall for 15 yards. It'll bring up 3rd down, and all of a sudden a much more manageable 15.
3rd and 16, and if you're Chilton County's day, those seniors need to be talking, need to be getting into position, finding their guy, staying in their lane. This is a big stand on defense.
Trips to the near side. Bradford's in the slot. Anderson out wide for the Mustangs. McGee's going to look to throw. Has some time. Drifts back. Now he's under heavy pressure. Escapes it for the moment. Coming near side. Tucks the ball. He's spinning around. Trying to get loose. He's way back there. Now he's going to throw it the last second. It goes incomplete, and I think that's going to be intentional grounding.
Oh, that's going to be grounding all day. He rolled out here, made a nice spin move on the near side, and he had his guy right here on the near side again. Caden Anderson was waving his hands, but he did not have the ability to find his man, look up, and fire to Anderson. I applaud his ability to improvise and escape what was in a very aggressive Chilton County rush. But, man, another penalty for Stanhope. Intentional grounding. They're going to be backed up when they're...
Check that. It's personal foul against Clanton.
Oh, my God.
I guess it was a late hit. Unbelievable. So we were all wrong. That's our mistake. Looked like there was not a receiver in the area, but that's a personal foul in Chilton County. And
apologies
15
for the
yards.
wrong reporting there. So penalties left and right.
So 3rd down and 12. Flag day in Clanton here with 1:07 left in the first quarter.
So once again, another big 3rd and long.
That's got to just eat a Coach Morrison. They had him pinned up, McGee, and the defense gets a late hit there. That's a 2nd personal foul penalty on the Tigers.
Let's see where stand-up goes. They've had some time to make adjustments.
And now we're going to have a timeout here by Chilton County. So looks like they want to set their defense, or is there an injured player? No, they're going to take a timeout. So the Tigers will take a timeout. 1:06 left first quarter. We're going to take it with them here. You're watching the Montgomery Sports Network. It's Stanhope Elmore 12, Chilton County nothing.
Experience the history of the first country music superstar and see how Hank Williams transformed country music and sowed the seeds of what was to become American music. Visit the Hank Williams Museum, nestled in historic downtown Montgomery, Alabama. The Hank Williams Museum is one of the top tourist attractions in Alabama. Museum hours are 9 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Monday through Friday, 10 to 4 on Saturday, and 1 to 4 on Sunday. And they offer group rates, AAA, and military discounts.
So 3rd down and 12 for Stanhope Elmore when we get back to live action here. Several plays in a row with penalty flags. We can't keep up with it here. My name's Kane Young. You're watching the Montgomery Sports Network. I'm alongside Cameron, too. And an explosive start to this game, but things have kind of slogged down here towards the end of the first quarter.
Yeah, a lot of flags being thrown left and right. You said flag day. You hit the nail on the head right there, Kane. I mean, a lot of sloppiness. But here we go. 3rd and long, an opportunity for Chilton County to make a big stop right here, get that ball back on offense.
So Anderson is the inside receiver to the near side. So is Bradford on the far side for the Mustangs. McGee's going to look to throw again, has better time. Now he's forced out of the pocket to the near side, has some running room. Comes near side, is at the 40. He's got to have the first down. And we got another flag, another personal foul on the Mustang, or excuse me, on the Tigers.
2 in a row. Wow. How about that? The pocket collapsing again. The offensive line from Stanhope is really getting worked by that defensive line from Chilton County, but McGee turning on his wheels and finding a way to pick up the first down. Fortunately, he wasn't hurt on that late hit out of bounds, and now it sets up Stanhope in a good position to put some more points on the board right here, moving the chains. At one point, there was a 2nd and 30.
2nd and 30 at the 10-yard line.
Wow.
And Chilton County had them stopped. They got the personal foul, gave them another third down opportunity. And Stanhope McGee with his legs making the play. And he's very dynamic back there in the backfield.
To say the least. I mean, the speed, the wheels the guy has on him.
And then it looks like to be another personal foul. So literally, if you're Coach Morrison and the Tigers, you were looking at getting the ball in good field position. Everything had worked out like you wanted. Then you get a couple penalties. Next thing you know, the Mustangs are now sitting at the Chilton County 42-yard line with their 5th first down of the game, as we are finally under a minute to play here in the first quarter from Tiger Stadium.
Sitting nicely right here. Great field position. You fought through some obstacles on this drive, and now you kind of have a clean slate with the 1st and 10.
So McGee will call the signals. He's going to throw it out to the far side. And a nice catch out there. And a gain of about 7 or 8 for the Mustangs.
McGee's pass complete to number 17.
Looked like on the far side
17.
There, Britton Worrell missed his man. He slipped. As you mentioned, defending in space can be a challenge for any team up against this Stanhope Elmore offense. But we saw it right there on the far side. Top of your screen, wide receiver screen, and he used his feet to juke and pick up the extra yardage.
And I'm sorry, we don't have a number 17 on the Mustang roster. Here's a handoff, and this time it looks like it's going to be Xavier Hall racing inside the 15-yard line down towards the 13. So a gain of 20 and a first down for the Mustangs.
And after converting the 3rd down, 2 big plays on offense, I bet you this Chilton County defense is frustrated and just all in their emotions right now. Don't want to let it hurt them. They still have to make a stand. Can't let this game get away from them.
Hall in the backfield, and McGee's going to pull it near side and throw out here. And that pass is going to be complete, and a nice move, spinning down towards the 7-yard line was number 18, Teddy Harris. Gain of 6 on the play, and that play is going to bring us to the end of the first quarter. It's been one that has been controlled by Stanhope Elmore. So at the end of one quarter, our score here, Stanhope Elmore 12, Chilton County nothing. You are watching the Montgomery Sports Network.
Extermitech Pest Control is a small, passionate, and powerful team. If you have bugs bugging you, join the Extermitech family and have peace of mind that comes from the expertise of a professional company and enjoy their personal service. Extermitech is locally owned and operated. They've been bugging the competition for over 15 years. Each and every customer is important to them. Customer service, their #1 goal. Call Extermitech 334-209-4590.
Montgomery's best country is on Bama Country 98.9 WBAM. Bama Country with Bubba and Christy every weekday morning 5:30 to 10 a.m.
We're gonna have a house party.
Bama Country, playing today's best country and all the country legends. Bama Country 98.9 WBAM. Listen to Bama Country 98.9 WBAM.
And welcome back to Tiger Stadium. We're here in Clanton. We're getting ready to start the second quarter. Stanhope Elmore ahead 12-0 over the homestanding Tigers. And they are back down, knocking on the door here. They're going to have a 2nd down and, or check that, it looks like 2nd down and 4 maybe at the 8-yard line.
Second quarter, Oxford 14.
For the Mustangs, led by second-year coach Brian Bradford. He was previously the head coach here at Chilton County, so a little bit of a homecoming for him coming up I-65 tonight.
This is a good position, too, if you're Stanhope. Gives you an opportunity to pick up that first down and set you up 1st and goal within the 4-yard line.
Looks like Duncan and Burks are both in the backfield this time for the Mustangs. They're going to go with a little traditional, it looks like a offset pistol package here with the fullback and the tailback.
Something tells me you're about to see a heavy dose of that duo right there.
Duncan gets it, right side, driving inside the 5, and he's in for the touchdown. 8 yards and a score for Stanhope Elmore.
Duncan, the powerful rushing attack, great blocking up front from the O-line from Stanhope. His second rushing touchdown of the game. They boom, just like that, 18-0. Stanhope, all Stanhope.
So they scored in about 13 seconds in the first quarter. They scored in 7 seconds here in the second quarter. And it looks like they are going to try to kick the extra point this time with number 83, Dylan Presitti, in to do the kicking.
Still haven't converted these extra points. It's been a trouble for them.
Good snap and spot this time. The kick is up, and it is no good. Looks like it was wide to the left. So our new score with 11:53 left, second quarter, it's Stanhope Elmore 18, Chilton County nothing. You're watching the Montgomery Sports Network.
State Burglar Bars and Ironworks Incorporated is a locally owned and operated business in Montgomery, Alabama. And we've been in business since 1985 and served Montgomery and the surrounding counties with burglar bars, ironworks. Our philosophy is being honest, dependable, and treating each customer with respect and selling a quality product at a fair price. If you need burglar bars or ironwork of any kind, call Mid-State Burglar Bars and Ironworks, Montgomery.
And we're back here. The Mustangs lead the Tigers 18-0 as Chilton County getting ready to receive a kickoff from Stanhope Elmore. Once again, all Mustangs so far to this point.
Chilton County had that opportunity after the interception in the first quarter. Had Stanhope on their heels, up against the wall, 2nd and 30. Just let him convert a couple bad penalties, 15-yard penalties. Now down 18-0, and they surprise kick him here. It was recovered by Chilton at the 50, but how about that, man?
Wow.
Stanhope going aggressive, trying to get the ball right back, catching Chilton County off guard.
And a heads-up play by Phillip Gwynn, the tight end. I have him in class, so I'll brag on him. He's a very intelligent kid, and he was not fooled by that one bit.
Maybe some bonus points right there. Way to stay on your toes, because if Stanhope gets that ball back at the 50, oh my goodness.
Coach Bradford going for the kill here early on, trying to put this one out of reach potentially.
But hey, for Chilton County, it's a great opportunity starting at their own 50-yard line. Maybe they can punch it in right here with a few big plays.
Best field position tonight for the Tigers at midfield. As Lassiter is still calling the signals, Dennis is in motion. He's going to get the handoff going around the right side. Has some room over there. He's going to get about 5 or 6 yards on the carry. That's senior receiver Mason Dennis.
Just flying and getting to the outside and beating his man.
23, Jeremy Thompson.
And Jeremy Thompson from Stanhope getting in there, making the tackle. But a 6-yard gain and a 2nd and short here for Chilton County.
Mason Dennis, senior receiver, had a very good spring game for the Tigers, scoring a couple times in that contest against Calera. Right in the backfield. He's going to get the handoff this time and tries to find some room. The Powell being pushed forward down near the 40. A gain of 3 for senior running back Cameron Wright, and it'll bring up a 3rd down and short for the Tigers.
That extra effort once again really helping out Chilton County. I've been impressed with Wright. He's a leader in that backfield, and he's just playing with full effort. You have to think this could possibly be 4-down territory if they don't pick up this 3rd and short right here.
And 3rd and short, Phil Gwynn at the H-back spot for the Tigers, right in the backfield behind Lassiter.
Trying to get him to jump off sides right there, but Stanhope didn't bite.
Still 10 seconds on the play clock. Looks like Lassiter is changing the signal here.
Showing blitz. They did.
And Cameron Wright is stuffed back at the 45-yard line. Huge play that time for the Mustangs.
Stanhope was all over that one. If I'm the quarterback for Chilton County, I make a quick play call and try to find one of my receivers who would have been open or had man-on-man coverage in the middle of the field. Possibly could have gone for a big play, but unfortunately backs him up.
That was LaDorian Leonard Senior, 5'11", 260, making the initial hit for the Mustangs, and looks like the Tigers are going to punt here as the clock ticks down towards 10 minutes left in the second quarter.
So I said previously if they didn't pick it up, maybe they could go for it, but now after that big loss, you got to punt it and try to pin Stanhope deep into their own territory.
Hunter on to do the kicking, Bradford back deep for the Mustangs, and we got a whistle and now maybe a timeout. Looks like the Tigers are short a player, and that's what it's going to be. So Chilton County is going to take a timeout with 9:55 left in the second quarter. It is Stanhope Elmore 18, Chilton County nothing. We'll be right back here on the Montgomery Sports Network.
97.9 Jams, the new home of the Ricky Smiley Morning Show.
Hey, what up? This is your boy Ricky Smiley from the Ricky Smiley Morning Show on my new home, Montgomery, the Gump. ASU, what's up?
Throwback Quickie Mix at noon, the live drive at 5, and top 5 at 9. Your favorite jams are on now. Drake, Rihanna, T.I., Nicki Minaj, Chris Brown, and Beyonce are all at 979jams.com. And on your radio at 97.9. Tune in and turn up 97.9 Jams.
And moving over Clanton here as we're at Tiger Stadium. Nightfall has descended on the Peach City as the Tigers, the homestanding Tigers, Class 5A, trail the 6A Mustangs 18-0, 9:55 left second quarter. Chilton County facing a 4th down and 4 at the Mustang 44, and it looks like they are still going to punt. They were players short that time, so Coach Morrison had to burn his second timeout as Connor Bradford will go back deep. He's standing back at the 10-yard line for Stanhope.
Chilton County can really use a big punt right here. Pin Stanhope in their own territory. Get something positive going.
Good snap. Kick is away. And this one's going to go out of bounds. Near the 20. We'll see where they mark it off. In fact, they're going to mark it right at the 20-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Stanhope Elmore.
And obviously that's a break for Stanhope. Could have been much worse, but fortunately the punt wasn't what Chilton County wanted, and now the Mustangs get the ball back with that offense in the groove, trying to score some more here in the opening game. An offense last year that averaged 15.5 points a game already has 18, and we're not even halfway through the second quarter.
Yeah, they are. They moved the ball at will several times this game. The only thing that stopped them so far was the penalties. So 1st and 10 at the 20. Duncan in the backfield. McGee's going to throw a little slant in over there. That's going to be complete and near the 1st down. Anderson on the reception for the Mustangs.
And with the Mustangs going the opposite way in the second quarter, we don't have the luxury of Anderson dominantly being at the near side here for us to see. He's at the top of your screen, but watch it on this drive to get him going. Maybe a big play, a touchdown from Anderson.
McGee's going to throw near side, hits Bradford, complete for the 1st down at the 35. A nice little pitch and catch, pick up 6, and the Mustangs are back driving again.
And those short plays can open up the field for the running game, or maybe a deep ball to Anderson or Bradford, something big. Obviously, it's still early in this football game, and you want to see what your offense can do, what playmakers you have, and how far you can stretch it.
This time Duncan near side, he has some room, so good blocking there, untouched towards the 50-yard line, and ends up running over. It looked like Tristan Schmidhorst there check that, Cameron Carpenter on the tackle for Chilton County.
I'll tell you what, the right tackle from Stanhope just pancaked this guy. That was Matthew Whitman, the senior, creating a lane for the running back. Picked up a big play, ball at the 50 now.
Good pickup, Cameron, because that was a pancake, and he went untouched for a good 10 yards there, getting to the second level. This time McGee will call the signals. Looks like Hall's in the backfield. McGee's going to look to throw, and it's a little quick out there is complete. It's going to be Anderson on the reception again for a minimal gain of about 3.
How about Dalton Patterson just standing his ground, staying in his lane? He kept him up for a little bit, didn't allow him to go immediately, which gives you a chance for a strip or a fumble. That was just good technique and a very good play there from Anderson on the Chilton County D.
So 2nd and 7 for the Mustangs. And they're going to run play action. McGee looking, plants his foot and takes off. He's across the 40 and he's going to slide down at the 39. avoid the hit. He's going to pick up about 6 yards and bring up a third down and short.
Yeah, McGee is giving this Chilton County D fits. He is elusive, he is quick, nifty, and he's patient. It takes some time, and a lot of slips on this field tonight. I don't know if it's something with the grass or the cleats, but I've seen a lot of Chilton County defensive players going down.
Hall gets the carry. He's hitting the backfield. He's going to drive forward. He's close to the first down. He broke through the initial hit there in the backfield. In fact, he's going to have it. It's going to be a gain of 2 and a first down for the Tigers. Or excuse me, it's first down for the Mustangs.
Now Stanhope going a little bit slower, trying to milk some clock. Once again in Chilton County territory.
Burke's in the backfield behind McGee. The Mustangs will look to the sideline here for the signal from their staff. They have a couple coaches in here signaling plays. One's a decoy, obviously. McGee's going to look to throw. Has time going deep. He has Bradford wide open and overshoots him there. Looked like a wheel route that time from Bradford as he broke free down around the 10-yard line as the pass falls incomplete.
Yeah, I saw that on the near side bottom of your screen. Bradford makes a nice move. He gets open. A good ball right there. Gives you 6. But once again, you have an 18-point lead. Why not just take a moment to find out who your guys are, get some passes in, and fix the quirks.
Good route. That was only McGee's second incompletion of the day. He's actually 8 of 10 right now at the moment for Stanhope. Duncan in the backfield with McGee. And this time McGee's going to pull it himself. Cuts back to the left. And finally swarmed over around the 36-yard line. It's going to be a pickup of about 3 for the senior quarterback.
And finally, the Chilton County defense making a stand, staying planted, staying grounded, and not letting McGee move all over him, and now forcing a big third down here for the Stanhope offense.
McGee looks to the sideline. 2 receivers split to each side. Looks like Bradford is the inside receiver on our near side, and Anderson is the inside receiver on the far side.
I think we know who the go-to guy is here.
McGee looks right. He rolls right. Looking now, lobs it up across the middle, complete by Anderson, and he makes the grab at the 30, and he is dropped right there. And it'll bring up a fourth down situation for the Mustangs.
That's what I was hinting at on a big third down and long. Anderson's going to be the go-to guy all season. It's kind of like Amari Cooper back in his days for Alabama, or Calvin Ridley, Julio Jones type. And now you see fast pace here from Stanhope.
4th and 3. Important Chilton County doesn't jump off sides here and maintains their discipline. Coach Bradford's going to go for it.
They might go to Anderson again, or Bradford in the slot.
Here comes the blitz, fumbles the ball in the backfield. McGee makes one man miss, still has it, and he's going to be stopped behind the line. A big play there by the senior safety, Griffin Ferris, for the Tigers.
And Ferris already has a pick in this game, and now he has a great pursuit, as you just saw. Bad snap, high snap. McGee trying to scramble for his life, but Ferris getting in there and making a nice tackle, giving the ball back to the Chilton County offense. Let's see if they can do something right here. They've had a few big plays left and right, but haven't been able to capitalize or punch it in just yet. Now's a good time. You're already down 3 scores, and maybe you can get something going, build some momentum on the offensive side of things.
A lot of ball game left. We're approaching the halfway point of the second quarter, but Chilton County will receive the ball to the second half, so they can punch one in here before halftime. You know, anything can happen here. A lot of game left. 1st and 10. Lassiter's going to look to throw. He's under pressure. Escapes the initial man. Tucks it and goes out of bounds. He's bumped late out of bounds, and there's a flag. That is going to be. It was a light. I'll tell you what. It was not a very vicious hit. It was just a love tap. But in this day and age in football, the officials are going to protect the quarterback, and when it's 2 or 3 or 4 steps out of bounds, they're going to throw that every time.
And I'm okay with that. A late hit out of bounds doesn't necessarily have to be a huge hit, or one that, you know, the fans gasp at. You have to keep the players in check on both sides of the ball, and you have to stay in your lane and know when to let up and let the guy go out of bounds. And obviously the quarterback was taking it out of bounds, and so I think that's a great call and a big call here for Chilton County.
And a great play by Lassiter. He looked, couldn't find anybody. He escaped the containment. Picked up about 5 yards with his feet, and then another 15 here and a first down with the penalty for the Tigers, and they are at midfield for just the second time this evening. Looks like Wright, check that right, Cameron Wright still in the backfield with Lassiter. Dennis in motion. They're going to hand this off the right, over right tackle. Got to push that pile forward, down inside the 45 to the 44. A nice 6-yard gain there for the senior running back, Cameron Wright.
Both of these running backs, Cameron Wright right there for Chilton County, and then Stanhope's Duncan. Big boys, aggressive, ferocious, and you saw it right there, plunging forward for some big yardage.
Coach Morrison had his wish. He'd like to take about 12 plays and run this clock down to 0 and punch it into the end zone here. This time Lassiter pulls it. Nice move. Across the 40, he's going to pick up the first down. A game of 5 for the junior quarterback for the Tigers.
Classic read option right there, and what a great read from the quarterback, deciding not to give it off to Duncan, who would have been pummeled in the backfield for a huge loss. Instead, he takes it up the middle, picks up the first, keeps this drive alive. Heads up play from your quarterback.
Good blocking that time by junior tackle Garrett Connell. He lost his helmet on the play. Now he has to go to the sideline, but we have a heat timeout with 5.5 minutes left here till halftime. So we're going to take a break with them here. 18-0 Stanhope Elmore. You are watching the Montgomery Sports Network.
Good morning, Alabama.
How'd you sleep last night?
Not good? Hey folks, this is Cassidy.
And Cody Wolf. Come see us at Wolf Boys Bedding, where we don't want to just sell you a mattress. We want to teach you how to buy the right mattress that will improve your life.
Shop the Labor Day sale going on now with queen mattress sets starting at $2.99 and twins starting at $99.
Plus, for a limited time, get up to 5 years interest-free financing on qualifying Jamison mattresses. Your
best night's sleep awaits you at Wolf Boys Bedding next to American Oak and More.
So 5:31 left here till halftime. We're at Tiger Stadium in Clanton. We have our second heat timeout as mandated by the Alabama High School Athletic Association here in the early season. They do that for about the first 3 or 4 weeks of the season to give these players, keep them hydrated and give them a break when it's 90 degrees out.
Rightfully so. I mean, as we touched on in the broadcast open, it's sweltering hot in the state of Alabama. Got to give these players, got to think about their health and their condition.
It looks like Tigers are going to change up their backfield this time. Looks like number 16, Robinson's in there. He's going to get the carry. Runs over a man, driving inside the 35 down to the 33. It's going to be a 6-yard run that time for Devontae Robinson.
Robinson on the right side. I mean, he just went through bodies left and right. Get off me, man. Taking all that momentum and just running off a tank of emotion right there. That was fun. Both of these running backs have been impressive so far.
Robinson, the junior, picked up 6 on the carry. 3 carries so far for him for 24 yards. They're going to call his number again, left side. This time, Stanhope's defense ready for it.
16 Robinson.
Looked like number 90 on the stop there for the Mustangs. That's going to be, well, I don't have a number 90 on my roster. I apologize for that, but I print these off the day of the game, and you know, if the number's on there, we'll call the name. If it's not, I can't help you on that one. So we'll call third down and 3 for Chilton County.
Derek Butler for Stanhope coming out of the game right here on the near side. He's going over to the sideline. Looks like he might be cramping up. That's a big loss for Stanhope's defense.
Robinson gets it, plows forward to the 30. Looks like he will be just a little bit short. And they'll bring up a 4th down and about 1 for the Tigers. And I'm sure Coach Morrison will go for it from here.
You have to, right? Knocking on the door here. Got to rely on that in the trenches to get you the blocking and then your running back to pick up the first down.
Looks like they're going to go full house backfield here. I see Cameron Wright out there. I see Robinson out there. And I see number 7 for the Tigers. That's Theodore Lee. They might go wishbone here. We're going to go old school football.
That's exactly what they're doing.
Double tight. Take us back to the 80s and 70s, folks. Handoff. Boy in the middle of the pile there. He's going to have it. That is number 7, I believe, Theodore Lee. Picks up about 4 yards and a first down for the Tigers.
Classic football right there. Game is won in the trenches, and right there the advantage goes to Chilton County. Feeling a good drive happening. Didn't want to waste an opportunity. First down.
And Chilton County's going to stay with this, it looks like, for the moment. It's forcing Stanhope to readjust their defense. Some guys up on the line that don't necessarily play there. This time it's going to be Robinson. He's going to try to break outside. And coming from behind, the ball stripped away. And Stanhope has it and racing down the sideline. That looks like it's going to be Hardy. Out of bounds inside the 20. What a turn of events here. And now we got a late flag.
wasn't a fan of that formation back-to-back.
And now there's some extracurricular activity out there. And it looks like we have a player here for Stanhope Elmore. May have been the person with the ball carrier. Multiple flags, and we're going to have to sort this out.
Pandemonium right now on the field. But going back to that last play, that's a perfect 4th and short play. Not sure about the 1st and 10. Stanhope had that covered all day. They knew it was coming. And a big hit forced that ball loose. Picked up from one of those skill guys on the Stanhope defense.
I think it was Jaquavius Hilliard that picked up the fumble. It was a single-digit number. It's tough to see. It was an 8 or a 6 or a 5, but
nonetheless, what an impressive play.
Had to be either Hilliard or Marlon Hunt, one of those two racing down there, and what a turn of events. So here was Chilton County knocking on the door, and now Stanhope set up to go into the end zone here, but we're going to have to sort out the flags over there. A lot of...
Been doing that all night, right?
Yeah, I'm telling you. They talk about baseball having a pace of play problem. We got one right now in high school football. We got to get this fixed because it's a long conversation out here between these officials.
That Chilton County team on their sideline, you got the entire squad huddled up. I can only imagine what the message is right now. What do you tell your guys? I mean, you're putting up a drive, you're fighting even when you're down by 3 scores, and then all of a sudden, after picking up the 4th down, you give the ball right back to Stanhope, who is once again looking at or into the Chilton County end zone for another score.
And Coach Bradford's out there talking to the near official, trying to get this sorted out. So we got dead ball, personal foul on Chilton County. No, check that, Stanhope Elmore. And now a dead ball, personal foul on Stanhope Elmore and Chilton County. Another dead ball. Everything offset. So it'll be 1st and 10 when all said and done for.
There we go.
Stanhope Elmore, depending where the runner was knocked out of bounds. It looks like he's going to be at about the 7 or 8 yard line maybe. Or are they moving it back? Actually, they're moving it back to the 30. Maybe he stepped out further back, and the play just continued on.
And flag day continues here in Chilton County. My goodness.
I tell you what, I teach history for a reason. I don't like to add up numbers. But here at halftime, I'm going to have to break out my calculator, and I'm going to be adding for probably all 20 minutes to figure out how many penalty yards each of these teams have right now.
Well, we were both communications majors, so that would be a challenge for the both of us.
That's exactly right. 1st and 10 Mustangs. That's going to be Duncan racing to the near side. Good pursuit by Chilton County. Duncan lowers his shoulder. Got to pick up some positive yardage here. And I see another helmet come off for Chilton County. They've had several players lose their helmets in this game. That time it looks like number 6. Staffney's lost his helmet. He's going to come off for a play as the officials stop it for a moment.
Well, obviously there's been a divide in overall size, depth, and in my opinion, aggression on both sides of the ball. Helmets are flying left and right because Stanhope players are forcing them that way.
So Duncan's only going to pick up 1 for all that running. It'll be 2nd down and 9. Stays in the backfield, Duncan does. This time they're going to pull it near side. That's actually Xavier Hall who's playing quarterback, and he makes some good footwork there and works his way down towards the 25-yard line for a gain of 5. So Xavier Hall, who's played some running back, this time in their quarterback.
Hall, the sophomore, he's sitting at 5'7", 150. The senior McGee, 5'7", 155. So that kind of tells you what Bradford's looking for in body type and size from the quarterback position.
And Coach Bradford getting the guy experience here, get him under the lights here, out here on Friday night. You got an 18-0 lead. If you always get in trouble, you can go back to McGee if you need to.
Yeah, and he's going to try to burn some clock here, try to pitch this shutout, take it into halftime. Another helmet.
That time Hall keeps it himself. He's going to pick up a couple yards. Xavier Trimble on the tackle for Chilton County, the senior defensive lineman.
Taveus Good lost his helmet there on that one.
And now it's 4th down and 5, and the Mustangs are going to go for it as we approach the 2-minute mark before halftime. Hall looks to the sideline, gets the signal. Looks like Coach Bradford and Coach Stewart are signaling in the plays for the Mustangs. Duncan near side. He's going to be stuffed by Chilton County. So a nice stand by the Chilton County defense. They've had their back to the wall several times tonight and have been able to make several plays to kind of hang in here at the moment.
Yeah, great job. And now the clock at 1:48. Let's see what this Chilton County 2-minute offense looks like. You know, sometimes a 2-minute drill or a 2-minute situation can bring out the best in an offense. Well, maybe Chilton County has something up their sleeve and they can put a score on the board before we head to halftime.
Xavier Trimble, the senior who made the play just on the previous third down, makes a tackle for Chilton County, senior defensive lineman. One of the seniors on that senior-laden defense for the Tigers. Lassiter comes back out, and it looks like Cameron Wright will be in the backfield with him.
Got to be careful here, though. Don't want to throw an interception or turn that ball over right here.
It's an option to the far side. Wright gets it, and he is met head-on out there. That time by the Mustang defense. And now a late flag away from the ball.
And another helmet off for Chilton County. You see him running off the field on the far side of the lineman. My goodness,
Trey Hardy Trey Hardy on the tackle. We also have an injured player for Stanhope down the field. We got a lot to sort out here. That might just be a cramp at this point. But Trey Hardy, that time that we saw Chilton County run the option away from trips. That time they ran into the trip side, and Hardy would have none of it, making the tackle for a 3-yard loss there on right.
You know, the Stanhope defense, I believe I see number 3, Derek Butler out there back at his linebacker position. On the last series, he came off the field, probably was cramping, was treated by the trainers on the sideline, getting some water. And now he's back in there. Played a heck of a game so far, racking up tackles left and right. But, hey, if you're Chilton County's offense right here, be careful. You haven't passed the ball much tonight, and there's a mismatch when you look at the DBs from Stanhope against the receivers for Chilton County, and you don't want to throw an interception or turn this ball back over.
So trying to sort it out here. It looked like we saw a personal foul against Stanhope. I've seen several linemen for each team run on and off the field here. One luxury Stanhope has right now, they can play a lot of players on defense here with this lead. That penalty is going to be against the Mustangs, so it was a dead ball personal foul away from the action. So a first down for Chilton County.
15 yards from the end of the run. First down.
So now you're bumped up a little bit. I think you can start to open up that passing attack, maybe start off with some short plays, get something going.
Trips to the near side for the Tigers. Lassiter's going to look to throw. He's going deep down the far sideline, and it's going to go incomplete. He was looking for number 1, Albert, the freshman receiver. And they'll bring up 2nd and 10 for Chilton County.
Underthrew his man. They might have been trying to go back shoulder right there. Obviously a good throw. You might have it with Albert making the adjustment down the field. Now that stops the clock and brings up a 2nd down. They show deep there. I think that's what they're probably going to have to resort to in order to try to put some points on the board before halftime.
Trips near side again for the Tigers. Lassiter going to take it himself this time. He's stopped behind the line. Here's a swarm of Mustangs. And that's going to be a big loss of about 3 or 4 there. Good defense that time by Stanhope Elmore.
I'll tell you what, this Stanhope Elmore defense has been fast all night. They play with passion and energy. Seem like a great team with some awesome chemistry. And so far, they've been fundamental. Aside from the penalties, both teams have had problems with the penalties. But in big-time situations, you've seen them step up.
And we get a timeout from Stanhope Elmore. They may try to get the ball back here. We're going to take it with them. 1:03 till halftime. It's Stanhope Elmore 18, Chilton County nothing. You are watching the Montgomery Sports Network.
Folks, this is Jody Wolf from American Oak and More, inviting you to shop with us during our Labor Day sale. Get up to 50% off the top tag price plus 0% interest for up to 5 years. That's up to 50% off on everything in the store, plus get 0% interest for up to 5 years. We will be closed September 2nd and 3rd to spend time with our families, so hurry in to take advantage of these huge savings going on now. Excludes mattresses, accessories, and rustic outlets.
Like we've been saying for over 23 years, you don't pay with fake money, so don't settle for fake wood.
So a critical 3rd down and 13 here for Chilton County. They, number 1, want to pick up a first down. Number 2, like to score some points. But number 3, and maybe most importantly, they do not want to give the ball back to Stanhope Elmore here before halftime.
Yeah, you're in a sticky situation right here. A minute left, down by 18. I don't know if you got to run this football. I try to burn as much clock as you can, in my opinion. But let's see what the call is.
Lassiter is going to run a delay handoff here, and some
He got
big
it.
running room there. Wow, look at that. Little delay draw. That's Cameron Wright on the carry. He's right at he's a yard short there. It was 3rd and 13. He gained 12, and now we're going to get a timeout from Stanhope Elmore again. And we'll keep it right here.
Still a huge play, though.
It is, because it gives a couple options here. You could always try to go for it. Of course, you may not want to risk giving the ball back on the 45-yard line.
Those 3rd down and longs for defensive coaches have to be just so frustrating, especially when the offense gives it to the tailback and he busts free for a big play. We saw it in the championship game last year, Georgia, Alabama. I think it was a big 3rd down. They gave it to the one of the star-studded running backs, Georgia did, and he just bust down the sideline for a huge gain.
Yeah.
Alabama fans were mad, and you can't imagine how Coach Jeremy Pruitt felt. But right there, it's a 3rd and long, just a nice draw play, an alley to run, a lot of room, and you just about pick up that 1st down. But you might not score any points in the first half. At the very least, hopefully you can get a good punt off, and we can send this thing to halftime, 18-0.
And here at the high school level, these defenses don't have the luxury necessarily to call the complicated schemes we see on Saturdays.
Yeah.
Give Cameron, but it looks like Chilton County's going to go for it. They're lined up in the wishbone here. It may just be a ploy to try to draw them offside.
Again, the wishbone on 4th down. It worked last time.
Don't be surprised if Lassiter calls his own number on this. He did it last year in a game against Jemison and raced 80 yards untouched.
Yeah, this could end up in a touchdown. We've seen it happen a lot.
3 deep for Stanhope. It looks like they're trying to draw him off.
I thought he got him there, but good discipline on the Stanhope side of things.
Lassiter looks to the sideline. Play clock's at 10.
There's no way they snap this ball. Well, they're going to do it.
They do. And getting the 1st down on the right side there for the Tigers. It looks like it's Cameron Wright again.
Well, now I'm eating crow. I thought he was about to head to the sideline and
check that.
The
Robinson
team's
on the
going to
carry.
come out. But there you go, the 1st down. That's 2 fourth down conversions in a row, both in the wishbone.
This time Lassiter's going to roll out and try to throw. He has a man out there in the near side, and it's going to go incomplete. Clock stops with 29 seconds till half.
That was doomed from the very beginning. You saw the quarterback running backwards, trying to throw it while he was motioning backwards off the back foot. He didn't stay planted. He didn't stay in the pocket simply because he didn't have enough time. This offensive line for Chilton County isn't buying their quarterback time to make an accurate throw.
Stanhope keeping 3 safeties back right now off the line of scrimmage. They're going to hand this one off. Looks like Lee on the carry. He's going to pick up 3 or 4. Let's see if they get in a hurry here. Clock running, 22, 21, 20. Lassiter at the sideline. Clock continues to run, 15 seconds. Are they going to get another playoff?
See if he can channel his inner Doug Flutie. Fire a Hail Mary to the end zone. I mean, they have a great shot here, but
looks like they're going to, well, now they call timeout. So Coach Morrison was getting it down to 1 play there. He had 1 timeout in his pocket, I believe.
No, that's it. I think they're going to halftime. They didn't get a playoff.
They did not get a timeout? Okay.
I don't understand that at all. You had the ball at the 50, a great opportunity.
The head official is, no, it's timeout. Timeout. It's timeout Chilton County. I don't know why some of the players are running to the sideline or running to the tunnel. But several players on the Chilton County sideline took off. The clock on the scoreboard has 1/10 of a second, so that's where the confusion may have been.
Where was he? First off,
Coach Morrison was standing right beside the official, almost like when the coach wants to kind of psych out the field goal kicker. He was right there waiting and called it at the last second. They reset the clock now to 2 seconds, so they're going to try to take that shot at the end zone you were talking about.
And this makes sense because if you leave too much time, an incompletion could deaden that play clock and give time for Stanhope to get the ball back and potentially put another score on the board. So, ultimately, a smart call there from Chilton County head coach. 2 seconds on the board, a heave to the end zone. If it's caught, it's a touchdown. If it's not, we go to the locker room, 18-0 Stanhope.
So Stanhope has 4 players standing at the 30-yard line or further back. We got 2 receivers each side here. Lassiter going to try to heave one up. Actually, they're going to throw a screen. And that's a nice catch over there. And looks like Lee on the reception. He's going to pick up about 15 yards, but the half is going to end. So our score at halftime is the Stanhope Elmore Mustangs 18, the Chilton County Tigers nothing. We're going to, at halftime, we'll feature the bands. We'll talk about our sponsors, go over some stats and so forth. Hope you're enjoying us here on the Montgomery Sports Network. We'll be back in just a few moments.
Extermitech Pest Control is a small, passionate, and powerful team. If you have bugs bugging you, join the Extermitech family and have peace of mind that comes from the expertise of a professional company and enjoy their personal service. Extermitech is locally owned and operated. They've been bugging the competition for over 15 years. Each and every customer is important to them. Customer service, their #1 goal. Call Extermitech 334-209-4590. Mid-State Burglar Bars and Ironworks Incorporated is a locally owned and operated business in Montgomery, Alabama. And we've been in business since 1985 and served Montgomery and the surrounding counties with burglar bars, ironworks. Our philosophy is being honest, dependable, and treating each customer with respect and selling a quality product at a fair price. If you need burglar bars or ironwork of any kind, call Mid-State Burglar Bars and Ironworks, Montgomery.
Check 1, 2. US voice, and now it's back. Yep. The new Yo at 100.5 on your dial. Classic hip hop from back in the days. Tom Joyner in the morning and classic hip hop all day.
Taking it back.
This is Yo music. This is Yo music. The new Yo is back. Now at 100.5 on your radio. The new Yo 100.5. Classic hip hop.
It was 1917. Charlie Chaplin appeared as the Little Tramp, Walt Disney graduated from high school, and Woodrow Wilson was reelected president. And in Montgomery, Chris's sold their very first hot dog. Move forward to the 1950s. Hank Williams was hanging out at Chris's. Up through the 70s and 80s, many stars and politicians discovered Montgomery's little secret. Jump ahead to the new millennium. Riverwalk Stadium, the alleyway, and the new downtown. It's now 100 years later, and Chris's is still serving their world-famous hot dogs at 138 Dexter Avenue. How long has it been since you've tasted the city's most famous hot dog? Make Chris's part of your family history. Still family-owned and operated, Chris's makes every hot dog and hamburger to order. Take Chris's to your next party or event. Call-in orders are welcome. Online at chrishotdogs.com and on Facebook. Chris's Famous Hot Dogs. Taste the tradition.
Hey folks, this is Jody Wolf from American Oak and More, inviting you to shop with us during our Labor Day sale. Get up to 50% off the top tag price plus 0% interest for up to 5 years. That's up to 50% off on everything in the store. Plus get 0% interest for up to 5 years. We will be closed September 2nd and 3rd to spend time with our families, so hurry in to take advantage of these huge savings going on now. Excludes mattresses, accessories, and rustic outlet.
Like we've been saying for over 23 years, you don't pay with fake money, so don't settle for fake wood.
Extermitech Pest Control is a small, passionate, and powerful team. If you have bugs bugging you, join the Extermitech family and have peace of mind that comes from the expertise of a professional company and enjoy their personal service. Extermitech is locally owned and operated. They've been bugging the competition for over 15 years. Each and every customer is important to them. Customer service, their #1 goal. Call Extermitech 334-209-4590.
Montgomery's best country is on Bama Country 98.9 WBAM. Bama Country with Bubba and Christy every weekday morning 5:30 to 10 a.m.
We're gonna have a house party.
Bama Country, playing today's best country and all the country legends. Bama Country 98.9 WBAM. Listen to Bama Country 98.9 WBAM.
And welcome back to the Montgomery Sports Network as you are watching the halftime show sponsored by Extermitech and the Pride of Millbrook band out there performing. We're going to talk about some stats here at halftime. My name is Kane Young. I'm here with Cameron too. And the Mustangs of Stanhope Elmore lead Chilton County 18-0 at the half. As we look on the screen up there, you'll see not that big a discrepancy stat-wise. Each team with 7 first downs, but it seems like the big plays, maybe in special teams or the turnovers with some extra yardage, it's all Stanhope right there right now.
And in that passing yards category as well, Stanhope has an aspect that Chilton County doesn't. They can pass the ball. They can be multi-dimensional with the offense, and we've seen that balance here tonight. Both of these teams, both of these programs has some ferocious leaders on both sides of the ball, but the offense, the running back position is big for both teams. But yeah, just some turnovers, penalties thrown in there. It was a heck of a first half. Football's underway here in Alabama, and right now Stanhope is really impressed coming out of the floodgate. We said they needed to start hot. They did. They took one to the house after falling 0-3 last season to begin the 2017 campaign. It looks like if they can handle things in the second half, they'll start off strong in 2018.
And in the first half, fireworks got started early here in Clanton tonight. The kickoff return, opening kickoff for Stanhope, and it was 6-0. They have not converted an extra point. And then it's been the running back, Duncan, 2 big touchdowns for the Mustang. He's been a workhorse, bruising running backs on both sides. Stanhope with Duncan leading the way, rushing 2 scores. Cameron Wright leading the way for Chilton County with 36 yards here at the half. But both of them very similar running styles for each team, providing a nice element here on the ground game for both Chilton County and Stanhope.
Right, and so far it's the skill players on the Stanhope offense that's getting the best of that senior-laden D for Chilton County. A lot of playmakers in there, man. You start with the quarterback from Stanhope, Kerensky McGee, who has shown the ability to improvise with his feet, but he also has the quarterback IQ and the composure to stay in the pocket and deliver a good throw to his buddy, his duo, Caden Anderson, who's usually out there on the edge. We've seen him in the slot a few times in the first quarter. But those 2 seniors could be, oh my gosh, they could be big moving forward down into 2018. But you also throw in Duncan in there, the running back, Connor Bradford. Coach Bradford's son, he's doing a great job. Seems to be one of those utility players for the team. And then on the defensive side of things for Stanhope, how about Derek Butler? This guy has showed off tonight. And then you've seen a lot of impressive moves from the hands team, taking them to the house, being skillful, being clean and concise with their pickups. A lot of good fundamentals here. Just some penalties need to be cleaned up on the Stanhope side.
Yeah, that's the big thing. We'll talk about that in a few minutes when we come back from commercial. But, you know, Anderson in the first half, 5 receptions, nothing deep, you know, just a little dink and doink here. 29 yards receiving for Anderson. McGee, 9 of 11 throwing the ball. The only really pass that he really missed on was the deep route to Bradford, overthrew him, had him breaking down the sideline here.
Wide open.
Late in the first half. So McGee's been very effective running the ball. He has 28 yards on the ground. Coach Bradford has to like that dual threat capability right now that his team is demonstrating here in the first half.
Right, and it's just the first game of the season, and you have to have faith in your players that down the road and maybe next week in practice you can fix these things after you watch some film and get more confident with yourself. But I have been impressed with McGee, who can deliver some big-time balls, and I think later as the season progresses, this offense is just going to get better and better, more comfortable. And in the second half, I still got my eye on Caden Anderson. I really think they're going to give him an opportunity to make a big play and get him a touchdown here in 2018.
And there's some matchups as the season goes on. I can guarantee you, Coach Bradford and his staff are going to get scouting reports on another team, and they're going to try to match Anderson up against some players to put him in the position, some jump balls and so forth, because he has that ability. You mentioned Maury Cooper type passing here with him as a weapon and so forth. Just that, hey, we're going to get him the ball and let him do his thing here in the first half. So we're going to take a quick timeout here as you're watching the Mustang Band. Score again, Stanhope Elmore 18, Chilton County nothing. We'll be back in a few moments here on the Montgomery Sports Network.
The hits are on one station.
Hi, I'm Ed Sheeran.
This is Selena Gomez. Hey, this is Taylor Swift.
Hits 107.1.
This is Macklemore and Ryan Lewis.
Hey, this is Demi Lovato.
Hey, what's up? This is Omi. It's all the hits on one station.
The songs you love.
Get all the hits.
Montgomery's hottest hits.
Hey, what's up, guys? This is Justin Bieber.
Tori Kelly here. I made the switch.
Every hour, 15 hits in a row.
Yeah.
Commercial-free music.
Montgomery's hot hit station. It's 107.1.
I had a dream, a beautiful dream. I couldn't believe how real it seemed. Up on stage, in the field of green, on the winding river, and a song you'll sing. When I wake up, I'll see you here in Montgomery, where dreams come true.
Extermitech Pest Control is a small, passionate, and powerful team. If you have bugs bugging you, join the Extermitech family and have peace of mind that comes from the expertise of a professional company and enjoy their personal service. Extermitech is locally owned and operated. They've been bugging the competition for over 15 years. Each and every customer is important to them. Customer service, their number one goal. Call Extermitech 334-209-4590.
We're not your daddy's rock and roll station. 104.9, The Gump. Montgomery's alternative rock station. 104.9, The Gump. The only radio station in Montgomery playing new rock alternative. 104.9, The Gump. Montgomery's alternative rock station. 104.9, The Gump.
It was 1917. Charlie Chaplin appeared as the Little Tramp, Walt Disney graduated from high school, and Woodrow Wilson was reelected president. And in Montgomery, Chris's sold their very first hot dog. Move forward to the 1950s. Hank Williams was hanging out at Chris's. Up through the 70s and 80s, many stars and politicians discovered Montgomery's little secret. Jump ahead to the new millennium. Riverwalk Stadium, the alleyway, and the new downtown. It's now 100 years later, and Chris's is still serving their world-famous hot dogs at 138 Dexter Avenue. How long has it been since you've tasted the city's most famous hot dog? Make Chris's part of your family history. Still family-owned and operated, Chris's makes every hot dog and hamburger to order. Take Chris's to your next party or event. Call-in orders are welcome. Online at chrishotdogs.com and on Facebook. Chris's Famous Hot Dogs. Taste the tradition.
And welcome back to Tiger Stadium. Here at halftime, you're watching the Extermitech halftime show here from Clanton, where the Stanhope Elmore Mustangs lead the Chilton County Tigers 18-0. The pride of the Chilton County band on the field now. And Cameron, let's talk about Flag Day here in Clanton. I did not know it was a holiday when I went to work this morning, but apparently as the sun set and we turned to night, I didn't know. Who knew this was going to happen?
Who knew it was Flag Day? They had us both surprised, man. I should have worn my flag T-shirt and dressed up for this one, because there's been a plethora of flags left and right. Both of these squads have racked up penalties, which can be a common theme in the first game. When you're talking about the high school realm and the college realm, it's going to be a lot of chippiness, a lot of sloppiness, a lot of emotion. And then for the refs, too, getting their reps in, throwing those flags and trying to pick out what's wrong, what's right. But so far, I thought they've done a good job tonight.
Yeah, I think the officials have kept things under control. They've had to control the game. We've had 7 penalties on Chilton County for 85 yards, 7 on Stanhope Elmore for 95, and most of them have been personal fouls. It's not been a whole lot of offsides, no delay games from either team. Everybody's getting their plays in there, getting a false start here or there, but for the most part, it's been, after the play, after the action has stopped, and somewhat along the sideline that we've seen these activities happen. But again, the officials out here, they're going to protect the players.
And both coaches right now during this halftime meeting are probably not saying anything too kind. They're probably delivering a heartfelt, tough message saying, guys, we got to be better. We got to be more disciplined. You and I talked before the game. We were curious to know if Stanhope would be in the corner of that end zone over there. I don't see him, and that could probably be because of the halftime message that Coach Bradford had for his team. Didn't want to let anybody, parents, faculty, hear what he had to say. Wasn't going to be too kind, most likely, because there's too many penalties. You can't be giving that up, and later in the season, if you're doing that, making undisciplined moves, it's going to come back to haunt you.
Yeah, in a tight game, and Stanhope Elmore is getting ready to have a 4-game homestand coming up here as we move into week 2. They're going to play host to Prattville next week, and of course that's one of the biggest games on their schedule. It's a non-region game, but you don't want to help these good teams. Down. They don't need any more help than they're getting right now. And that'll be a point of emphasis for Coach Bradford and Coach Morrison. They're both going to try to clean that up here as we move into week 2. And we'll see if it gets cleaned up here a little bit in the second half. So, once again, our halftime score, you're watching the Extermitech halftime show. It is 18-0. The Mustangs lead the Tigers. We're going to take a break. You're watching the Montgomery Sports Network.
Extermitech Pest Control is a small, passionate, and powerful team. If you have bugs bugging you, join the Extermitech family and have peace of mind that comes from the expertise of a professional company and enjoy their personal service. Extermitech is locally owned and operated. They've been bugging the competition for over 15 years. Each and every customer is important to them. Customer service, their #1 goal. Call Extermitech 334-209-4590. Mid-State Burglar Bars and Ironworks Incorporated is a locally owned and operated business in Montgomery, Alabama. And we've been in business since 1985 and served Montgomery and the surrounding counties with burglar bars, ironworks. Our philosophy is being honest, dependable, and treating each customer with respect and selling a quality product at a fair price. If you need burglar bars or ironwork of any kind, call Mid-State Burglar Bars and Ironworks, Montgomery.
Yo, check 1, 2. US Sports, and now it's back. Yep. The new Yo at 100.5 on your dial. Classic hip hop from back in the days. Tom Joyner in the morning and classic hip hop all day.
Taking it back.
This is Yo music. This is Yo music. The new Yo is back. Now at 100.5 on your radio. The new Yo 100.5. Classic hip hop.
It was 1917. Charlie Chaplin appeared as the Little Tramp, Walt Disney graduated from high school, and Woodrow Wilson was reelected president. And in Montgomery, Chris's sold their very first hot dog. Move forward to the 1950s. Hank Williams was hanging out at Chris's. Up through the 70s and 80s, many stars and politicians discovered Montgomery's little secret. Jump ahead to the new millennium. Riverwalk Stadium, the alleyway, and the new downtown. It's now 100 years later, and Chris's is still serving their world-famous hot dogs at 138 Dexter Avenue. How long has it been since you've tasted the city's most famous hot dog? Make Chris's part of your family history. Still family-owned and operated, Chris's makes every hot dog and hamburger to order. Take Chris's to your next party or event. Call-in orders are welcome. Online at chrishotdogs.com and on Facebook. Chris's Famous Hot Dogs. Taste the tradition.
Hey folks, this is Jody Wolf from American Oak and More, inviting you to shop with us during our Labor Day sale. Get up to 50% off the top tag price plus 0% interest for up to 5 years. That's up to 50% off on everything in the store. Plus get 0% interest for up to 5 years. We will be closed September 2nd and 3rd to spend time with our families, so hurry in to take advantage of these huge savings going on now. Excludes mattresses, accessories, and rustic outlets.
Like we've been saying for over 23 years, you don't pay with fake money, so don't settle for fake wood.
Welcome back to the Montgomery Sports Network. We're live here in Tiger Stadium in Clanton, where Stanhope Elmore leads the Chilton County Tigers 18-0 at the half as we move into the 2018 season. And both these teams moving into different regions. Stanhope Elmore staying at the 6A level. They're getting ready to start a 4-game homestand, a little unprecedented in high school football. They'll face Prattville next week, but their region consists this year of to the east and the north of Millbrook, which will be Ben Russell, Calera, Opelika, Selma, Stanhope Elmore, and Wetumpka. That is a loaded 6A region. Ben Russell, traditional football powerhouse, although they have a new coach this year. Calera getting bumped up from 5A to 6A, have several key players on that team. One committed to the University of Alabama. They have a very good quarterback who also holds an Alabama offer at the moment. Opelika, traditional football powerhouse, just in the state championship a few years ago. And then you have Wetumpka, which raced all the way to the state finals last year before falling to Pinson Valley. But Wetumpka in that region race will have to deal with the loss of one of the most dynamic players in the state. Their quarterback, J.D. Martin, tore his ACL last week, unfortunately for him. He's one of the best players in the state. It was a joy to watch last year. So that'll be a tough region. There'll be 4 very good playoff teams out of there. One team that'll be very good probably ends up getting left off. We'll have to see how that 6A Region 3 plays out during the season. And for Chilton County Tigers, they have dropped down to Class 5A this year, Region 3. After spending the last 4 years in 6A, the Tigers had only won 2 region games in the last 4 years at the 6A level. This year they dropped back down to 5A. They are mixed in with Bibb County, Demopolis, Central Tuscaloosa, and then some real local schools close by, Marbury, Shelby County, and Jemison. So traditionally, Chilton County has played Jemison usually in the first game of the year, and that's usually a Thursday night game here at Tiger Stadium. We're up the road about 10 miles in Jemison. But with them being in the region, that game's been pushed back to later in the year. And Coach Morrison and the coaching staff extremely happy to be back down to 5A and feel they have a real opportunity to compete this year in Class 5A Region 3. So a new look for both these teams. Next week, the Tigers will play host to Sylacauga, and that game will be here at Tiger Stadium. And it will also be live here on the Montgomery Sports Network, so we'll be bringing you the Chilton County Sylacauga game next Friday. So just about 3 minutes here before we start the second half. Teams are in the end zones here warming up at the moment. And Cameron, we'll go back. Let's revisit a few keys to the game that we started out with. And one of them we talked about for Stanhope Elmore, that hot start, getting off out of the quick start. What do you got to say about that, young man?
Couldn't get hotter than that. Frederick Moore returned the opening kickoff about 90 yards to the house, and Stanhope was off to the races then. Wasn't touched. Frederick Moore just opened up the floodgates and set the tone for the offense down the road. On the opposite end for Chilton County, we mentioned change the culture. That's been the motto this summer, and CTC has not taken effect yet tonight. Still a lot of football to play, but so far looks to be little to no improvement from Chilton County in a half of play in 2018. On the opposite end for Stanhope Elmore, substantial amount of improvement if you compare last year's stats to what we've seen tonight. I'm impressed with Stanhope. While doing prep this week, I thought I would be. I like the culture that has been established there, and I'm still waiting to see a little more from their playmakers in the second half. For Chilton County, though, there's still a lot of senior leadership on that D that needs to step up and make some plays in the second half. It's been frustrating with all the penalties. And then for the offensive side of things, Cameron Wright, the running back, he's getting a lot of carries, getting a lot of reps. But now we need to see Lasser step up and make some big throws. Chilton County needs to get this passing game going if they're going to keep up and try to come back here already down 18-0 to Stanhope.
Yeah, and in the first half here, we talked about before the game about getting that senior defense on the field for Chilton County. They didn't get the opportunity to set the tone. The opening kickoff set off the fireworks here for Stanhope Elmore. Since that point, and the Mustangs had fairly good field position on about 4 or 5 possessions, and Chilton County's held their own a couple of times to at least keep them within striking range if they can get on the scoreboard here. But they have to get their offense moving here in the second half. We've seen Griffin Ferris step up with a couple big plays. A senior safety had a big interception down there on the goal line early in the first quarter. And then in the second quarter, we've seen the Tigers make a couple stands here right near the red zone. Stanhope was going for it on fourth down a few times. And we've seen the defense, senior Xavier Tribble step up and make a few plays there along the defensive line.
And you never know. It could just take a halftime. It could take one speech to change the mindset of your players, to change their attitude about the score. Who knows? Chilton County, they're getting the ball here to begin the second half. They put up a good drive. They create a 3-and-out or some stands on defense. They're right back in this ball game, but it starts now. This opening drive for Chilton County will set the tone for how the rest of the game will go.
And the Tigers will receive the opening kickoff here to start the second half. Stanhope won the toss and took the ball right away. A wise decision by Coach Bradford as they got the kickoff return to start things out. And then on the second possession, they were able to have the short field and punch it in for a quick 12-0 lead. So this game far from over. Both coaches trying to get their teams motivated here for the second half. The Tigers already out in the field, ready to go. We saw Stanhope actually try an onside kick after their third score. A heads-up play by Philip Gunn in the middle there to recover the football. But the Tigers look like they have Mason Dennis back deep along with Albert right now. And we'll see if they can get something going. They had
I'll tell you what, Kane, I hate to interrupt.
Oh, you're good. Go ahead.
But I noticed the swagger from the walkthrough when Stanhope arrived today. There's just a certain persona and mantra that is evident in the demeanor and the body language from Stanhope that's totally different than what we've seen from Chilton County. Now, that could change right here. Could change during this series. But Stanhope came here on a mission to take care of business.
Yeah,
and they've executed tonight.
Yeah, they looked very confident coming out there on the field. Looked very impressive walking off the bus. And, uniquely, it's a close game. They didn't even dress at school. I mean, they dressed at school. They didn't dress here in Clanton. They just kind of rode up here with their pads on and, hey, hop off the bus like an old JV game. Let's play it and let's go. And that's what we have. So we'll get this third quarter started here. Moon off to our left here in Clanton. Clear skies, beautiful night. And Dennis and Albert back deep for the Tigers. Persetti to kick it off for Stanhope Elmore. We're going to hang this one high in the air. Looks like Albert, I believe, gets it. He's going to work his way to the right side. Has some room out to the outside, and he's out near the 40-yard line. So a nice return there for the freshman for Chilton County.
Looks like he was marked out, at the 36-yard line. So a great opening return sets you up for some decent field position. And now, as I mentioned just a few minutes ago, this is a big opening series for Chilton County's offense, one that could likely determine how the rest of the game will play out.
So Cameron Wright, the senior workhorse in the backfield, along with Shaquem Lassiter, the junior quarterback for the Tigers.
Got to get something going in the passing game.
Yeah, only 3 completions for the Tigers in the first half. Lassiter is going to take the first snap here, hand it off the right. The right side has some room. He runs over somebody. He drives his way out to the 44-yard line. A pickup of 8 on first down for Cameron Wright.
And don't get me wrong, Cameron Wright is an impressive player. We know he's a great player and will have big plays, but you have to balance out this offense with the passing attack, which could create some more open lanes for Cameron Wright. So let's see, after that big gain on the ground, will they go through the air or go back to the rushing attack?
And now we have Robinson in the backfield. Actually, they're going to give him 10 yards and then a first down. So first and 10 for Chilton County and their initial first down here to start the second half. Robinson in the backfield this time behind Lassiter.
Look at Stanhope stacking that box too.
Yeah, they're playing with one safety right now. Lassiter's going to take it himself this time, and the Mustangs will have none of it. Look like number 94 on the tackle for Stanhope Elmore, and that is going to be Theodore Jackson, the 5'9", 225-pound junior.
Yeah, they had that sniffed out all day. Stacked the box, knew something was coming on the ground. Quarterback keeper, and you saw that penetration into the backfield quick, bringing him down, and now here comes Chilton County playing behind the chains.
Twins to the near side for the Tigers. Lassiter's going to look to throw, tries to hit the slant, and he was looking for Live Oak there, and the pass goes incomplete. There's a flag down, though, and it might be an illegal formation. Had 2 receivers out here to the near side.
Still hardly any time right there for Lassiter to get that throw off. Probably hits his man if it's an accurate throw, just a little bit out in front. Once again, getting pressure and not handling it well. Looks like the flag's picked up, or here we go with the call.
The illegal motion on Chilton County is declined, and they'll bring up a 3rd down and 11 for the Tigers. The ball resting on their own 43-yard line.
So the 8th penalty of the night for Chilton County declined.
So the trips to the far side, Live Oak down here at the bottom of our screen. Lasher's going to roll the pocket to the right. And he gets outside containment, pump fakes, now tucks it, and he is drilled on the sideline over there. A big hit for the Mustangs. Couldn't quite get the number. I think it might have been number 4. That's Trey Hardy, the senior defensive back, laying a lick over there after a short game for Lassiter.
There goes that physicality, the tenacity that we've seen from Stanhope all night. No flag thrown there. I couldn't really see it from here. It happened on the far side. Thought there may be a flag, but just a good play on the defensive side of things for Stanhope.
Hunter in the punt for Chilton County. Bradford back deep for the Mustangs. Hunter's kick is away. It's very short. Heading towards the Tiger sideline. It's going to hit at the 40. And boy, not much of a net there. A net of about 15 yards. So the Mustangs will start out in good field position on their own. Looks like about the 41-yard line.
And not a very impressive drive after the half. They started off hot. Duncan with the first down carry, but after that, things went south quick. Had a penalty in there, and then he had a stop on a first down, playing from behind the chains immediately. Here comes that Stanhope offense again, already up 18-0.
So trips to the near side, Duncan in the backfield with McGee for the Mustangs. Chilton County showing blitz. And Duncan's going to get it racing towards the near side. He's going to have some room across the 40 and plows over the defense out towards the 48. And now a late flag. Yeah.
That was, he shoved his head in the ground when he was getting up after making the play, and everybody saw it here on the Stanhope sideline. I saw it. Just a mistake there from one of your leaders on the defensive side of things, and it will prove costly.
Yeah, that looked like it was Sergio Romero Rodriguez with the penalty. And the near side stands over here. We're on the Stanhope Elmore side over here in terms of our broadcast location. And they just kind of erupted on that call. And the official was able to get his flag out. And actually the back judge saw the extracurricular activity there. So it's going to be a first down here via penalty for Stanhope Elmore. But a nice run for Duncan. He got 8 yards on that carry.
Oh, with his legs, he beat about 3 or 4 defenders from Chilton County, which probably caused the frustration there from number 44, who just got a penalty called on him night and day. I could see it from here. Everybody saw it. He was guilty.
So 1st and 10 for the Mustangs. They are at the Chilton County 36-yard line, as Duncan will stay in the backfield with McGee. McGee's going to look to throw here, and he goes over the middle and has Bradford makes the catch, racing inside the 20. He's into the end zone for the touchdown. A 36-yard touchdown reception for Connor Bradford on the pass from McGee, and the Mustangs are on the board quickly here in the third quarter.
Connor Bradford out of that slot position, found an open crease in the middle of the field, and unfortunately Chilton County could not bring him down, make the tackle. He's a nifty player, scoots it to the end zone, and it's all Stanhope here.
So a nice throw and catch. Looked like the safety had a chance to tackle him. When he missed the tackle there, Bradford raced in between the defense.
It's ball game. Ball game over right there. You could not catch him.
Mustangs going to go for 2 here. They have not made an extra point to this point. McGee's going to look to throw and goes for Bradford. This time the pass is knocked down and incomplete. So our new score with, oh, hold on, let's check that. I see a flag. Stop me if you heard that before. But late flag. I'm not sure if it's after the play. But again, we're going to get to the point here. We're going to have the official mic'd so we know what's going on.
Next week, hopefully I can get down there and we can get to the bottom of this quicker.
There we go. So looking over that, we're going to have pass interference. So that's going to be half the distance to the goal. Another penalty here on Chilton County. Their third already of the third quarter. And we've only played 2 minutes, 6 seconds so far. So the ball will be at the 1.5-yard line. Now this offset pistol eye. Duncan gets it, and he rumbles over the right side for 2 points. And Stanhope Elmore now leads it 26-0. So our new score, 9:54 left here, third quarter. It's the Mustangs 26, the Tigers nothing. You are watching the Montgomery Sports Network.
Zona Rosa Hillwood Mexican Cafe, located on Zelda Road, minutes from downtown Montgomery, is one of the area's finest Mexican restaurants. From our great lunch selection and value to our tablecloth and candle evening atmosphere for dinner, La Zona Rosa has something to offer all connoisseurs of fine Mexican dining. Come on down today and enjoy some great Mexican. La Zona Rosa Hillwood Mexican Cafe on Zelda Road, minutes from downtown.
Back at Tiger Stadium in Clanton, Stanhope Elmore 26, Chilton County nothing. 9:54 left, opening night of the Alabama High School Athletic Association. Several games were actually close to 40 last night across the state. Most of the other schools getting underway this evening here. They have here at Alabama in the state, in the AHSAA, the schools have 11 weeks to play 10 games. You can play those 10 at any time. You can play 10 in a row. You can split them up, have your bye week wherever, depending on your region foes. So with both these schools getting things underway here, and what's technically called week 0, as Presetti will get ready to kick it off here for the Mustangs. Looks like Dennis is back deep with Albert. And the kick is away. Albert camps under it. Comes near side, has some room. Nice cut. Racing towards the sideline. And he's going to plow his way towards the 40-yard line. So not a bad return for the freshman. That's the second time it's his second kickoff return. Actually, the kicker, Presetti, made the tackle for the Mustangs.
What a great tackle there, too, saving a touchdown. I thought if the return man could get it to the sideline and take it upfield, he might have a shot. He didn't want to take it upfield immediately, trying to race to that sideline. He was beaten there by the kicker/linebacker, making a nice open field tackle. And look at this Stanhope crowd. Look at this Stanhope defense. They are fired up, want to pitch this shutout in the opening night of the 2018 season.
Yeah, there's no doubt. They're fired up, and they want the goose egg right now. Going to get a handoff here to Cameron Wright, comes near side. Not much happening there to the left. Maybe a gain of 1, and that's about it. Clock running 9.5 left here in the third quarter.
Saw Quintarius Edwards getting in there, showing a lot of emotion. Seen Derek Butler everywhere tonight. A lot of athletes on the defensive side of the ball for Stanhope, not just the offense.
It's a good-looking defense. They have a lot of guys that can fly to the football, and it's been a good tackling defense tonight. They have not missed many tackles in space. Here's another handoff, and this time Wright is going to be swarmed over for a loss of about 4. And Chilton County is going to face a third down and about 13 here.
Theodore Jackson getting in there. It seems like after every play, even if it's for a little bit of positive yardage on defense, I mean, it looks like they're just showing so much emotion. They're so happy to be out there, and they know they're owning this game right now.
Third down, Lassiter. Let's see if he puts it in the air. He's going to try. Looks left, can't find anybody. Now rolls to the right. He's going to have to tuck it, and he is swarmed under back at the 35. It is a sack for the Mustangs. Looks like number 8 getting in there for Stanhope Elmore. That is Jaquavius Hilliard. We have called his name several times this evening.
Bunch of 9s in that backfield. Number 90, number 94 have stepped up big for Stanhope tonight. Man, just some beast on the defense, causing havoc for Chilton County. Another fourth down.
So 4th and 15. Hunter back on the punt for the Tigers. Bradford standing at his own 35. It's like punt safe on here for Stanhope at the moment. They got 3 players standing significantly behind the line of scrimmage. Low snap. And the kick is blocked. The kick is blocked, and Stanhope's going to get it right there on the 28-yard line. Looked like Hunter was taking his time, and now we got players being thrown around. That was some extracurricular activity here after the play. But
of course we do.
A block kick. Several coaches getting the Mustang players off the field. The last thing they want to do is have somebody get thrown out and potentially miss next week's game against Prattville.
And that was number 4, Trey Hardy, getting in there to block that kick. The senior, just a clean block. Hardly any protection from the Chilton County side of things, and the struggle continues for the Tigers tonight in their home opener in 2018 after that 1-9 season. Already down 24-0 here in the second half, and things are getting even worse.
So it is unsportsmanlike conduct against Stanhope Elmore. So that is their first flag of the second half. So that'll back it up 15 yards. Coach Bradford will not be happy about that. He loves his effort, but he cannot be happy with the extracurricular shenanigans after plays here.
Well, you don't want to have too much emotion or too much enthusiasm because it can result in those costly penalties. You're already up 24-0 here. It won't be as too costly, but you still want to stay level-headed. You made a nice play. Take it to the sideline and celebrate with your teammates there.
So 1st and 10 for the Mustangs. They are sitting in good field position nonetheless at the Chilton County 43. Duncan's in the backfield with McGee. McGee's going to throw this one. He has Bradford wide open if he sees him. Now he throws it late, and Bradford makes the grab and spins his way out of the 30. Still going. It's going to take about 4 or 5 men to get him down. That is going to be a gain of 20 and a first down. Check that, a gain of 17 and a first down for Stanhope Elmore.
And Bradford making another big catch. He was open, and they found him. And what a play. I mean, what a throw. Pinpoint precision right there. There were 3 Chilton County defenders in the area. He zips one into Bradford's hands. A perfect throw from McGee. And another big play from the Stanhope offense through the air.
Yeah, a little drag route that time. He got behind the linebackers there. A little hesitation with the snap. Not much of a play action, but McGee's a nice pocket by the offensive line. Let's give them some credit.
Here it comes back.
I don't know what the flag. I didn't even see what the flag was. It's a dead ball personal foul on Stanhope Elmore. So another 15 yards against the Mustangs. And the people over here are from Millbrook sound like they're from Philadelphia with all the boos right now for the officials out there. So it's going to be, they're going to mark it 1st and 10 at about the 41.
I hate to see a beautiful play like that get negated.
Yeah, and the momentum, the flow of the game just gets stopped. And but nonetheless, 1st and 10. Duncan's still in the backfield. And now the play clock is finally whistled in. This time McGee's going to call his own number, works his way outside to the left, and he's going to go out of bounds at about the 35. Then they're going to mark him out at the 37-yard line. So gain of 4 on the play for McGee.
Tough to bring down in that backfield. Just such a nifty, scrappy, elusive guy. Finds so many adjectives to describe his play style. Multi-dimensional, dual threat. He stepped up, made big throws tonight, made big plays with his legs.
2nd down, and we'll call it 5. McGee looks, throws the slant in. That's going to go off Anderson's hands, incomplete. He would like to have that one back.
Yeah, I don't know. It looked like that was thrown a bit behind Anderson, but he's got to have that ball. You're the senior leader on the receiving corps. You got to bring that down, even when it was thrown just behind your face. It looked like a tough grab, but got to pull that one down.
Guarantee you when he watches film on that, he'll be like, hey, I should have had it.
Right.
So 3rd and 5 for Stanhope. Trips to the near side. McGee going to pull it late. Goes across the 40. And across the 35, down towards the 32. He's going to be close to the first down. It'll be 4th down and short for Stanhope.
McGee with the great option right there. He could have given it to Duncan, but decided to test out the waters himself.
4th and 2. Stanhope going for it here in the 3rd quarter. They're ahead 24-0. And now we got movement, and I believe that's going to be on Chilton County. Yeah, it is. They're going to march it off 5 yards offside. The near side defensive end jumped offside for the Tigers.
Stanhope's having a lot of fun right there, as you can see from the celebration. You've got kids dancing.
And Connor Bradford's fired up out there. He went to school here, played as a freshman under his father, and obviously has a lot of people he knows here still at Chilton County. He's having a lot of fun out there right now. McGee's going to throw. Under pressure, races out of the pocket now. Left side has some running room. Tiptoes down the sidelines and just going to kind of nonchalantly go out of bounds near the 15-yard line.
McGee's speed is at another level. I mean, he has got elite speed, if you ask me. He made that look way too easy as we go to a heat timeout right here, but Stanhope's rolling right now on offense.
Yeah, we're going to take a timeout. 5:57 left, third quarter. We have our heat timeout. It is the Mustangs 26, the Tigers nothing. You're watching the Montgomery Sports Network.
Montgomery's best country is on Bama Country 98.9 WBAM. Bama Country with Bubba and Christy every weekday morning 5:30 to 10 a.m.
We're gonna have a house party.
Bama Country playing today's best country and all the country legends. Bama Country 98.9 WBAM. Listen to Bama Country 98.9 WBAM.
5:57 left, third quarter. Stanhope Elmore leads Chilton County 26-0. The Mustangs on the drive again as the ball is resting at the 18-yard line. And right now, Coach Bradford has whatever he wants at his disposal in his playbook. It's a question of A, what does he want to work on, and B, what does he want to show?
Feed the beast right here. I say you got to go to number 24. It's a second and short. Why risk throwing an interception when it's right there in front of you? Just feed the beast. Number 24, Duncan, pick up the first down, could potentially give you a touchdown. Or how about maybe a read option? You trust your quarterback, McGee, here. Who knows? I think it'll be one of those two plays, though.
Trips to the near side. And Chilton County jumped offside again. It looked like, again, the near side defensive end moved.
This has been a struggle all
before
night.
The snap.
Chilton County trying to stay disciplined and set and grounded in their stance, but man, it has been a struggle. Now they're making a lot of defensive adjustments and substitutions. Could see that fade route here.
Yeah, Anderson over there one-on-one. And now we got another whistle, and that might be a timeout. Yes, timeout, Chilton County. So we're going to take it with them. 5:52 left, third quarter. 26-0 Mustangs lead it. You're watching the Montgomery Sports Network.
Zona Rosa Hillwood Mexican Cafe, located on Zelda Road, minutes from downtown Montgomery, is one of the area's finest Mexican restaurants. From our great lunch selection and value to our tablecloth and candle evening atmosphere for dinner, La Zona Rosa has something to offer all connoisseurs of fine Mexican dining. Come on down today and enjoy some great Mexican. La Zona Rosa Hillwood Mexican Cafe on Zelda Road, minutes from downtown.
So 5:52 left, third quarter. Cameron, what do you have for us?
Hey, I got a few scores here. Well, actually one score that's sort of relevant to this game tonight. Wetumpka 21, Fairhope 7. That's in the third quarter. Then that update is provided from High School Scores at HS Score on Twitter. But we're going to have a lot of scores rolling in here. I know Montgomery Academy is leading Brookstone right now 29-25. There's 2:40 remaining in the third quarter there. I think Railtown has beaten Bullitt County tonight 35-8. And let's see, UMS Wright and over St. Paul is 7-0 right now. That's going into the fourth quarter. ACA 19, that's American Christian in Tuscaloosa over Trinity right now, 19-0. ACA 19-0 with 7:44 left in the third quarter there. Once again, that's ACA in Tuscaloosa.
So 5:52 left here. Mustangs facing a first and 10 after the offside penalty. The ball resting on the 13-yard line. As McGee's still quarterback, and this time he has Burks in the backfield with him.
I'm still waiting to see that fade. There it is.
There it is.
Got him.
Beautiful. Good call. Touchdown. Stanhope Elmore. It is Anderson on the reception, 13 yards from McGee. And the Mustangs are now out in front 32-0.
They didn't really have to lob it up, did he? Because Anderson had his guy beat all day on the near side, just fired in a bullet. It was pulled down from Anderson, and now all three of those major skill players for Stanhope, Anderson, Bradford, Duncan, have scored touchdowns tonight.
And I tell you what, McGee looks calm, poised, under control, and he can beat you in a lot of ways right now. He is setting himself up to be a dangerous weapon for the Stanhope team. Persetti on the attempt the extra point, high snap, and it looks like McGee's going to take it. He's going to race to the near side. He throws at the last second. It's going to be caught for 2 points. So a breakdown there for Chilton County as Stanhope had trouble with the snap. They were able to get the 2-point conversion. I'm still trying to get a number out there, and that was number 17. Unfortunately, I don't have him on our roster. So our new score With 5:48 to halftime, it is Stanhope, or 5:48, excuse me, left in the third quarter. It is Stanhope Elmore 34 and Chilton County nothing. We're going to take a quick time out. You're watching the Montgomery Sports Network.
Extermitech Pest Control is a small, passionate, and powerful team. If you have bugs bugging you, join the Extermitech family and have peace of mind that comes from the expertise of a professional company and enjoy their personal service. Extermitech is locally owned and operated. They've been bugging the competition for over 15 years. Each and every customer is important to them. Customer service, their number one goal. Call Extermitech 334-209-4590.
All right, we're back at Tiger Stadium in Clanton, and it's been all Stanhope Elmore to this point. They lead at 34-0. They led at 18-0 at the half. They led at 6-0 13 seconds into the game. And right now, Coach Bradford's Mustangs rolling along. Chilton County still trying to get something going on offense here in the third quarter.
All Stanhope, but it looks like they're cruising to win number 1 on the season, starting off hot, 1-0.
And they have a big game next week back at Foshee Henderson Stadium against Prattville. Their friends from across I-65 will come over to Elmore County for what will be a huge game under Caleb Ross, the new coach at Prattville. Here's the kick, it's away, it's sky deep. Albert camps under it at about the 5-yard line. He's going to come to the near side, and he's hit and stood up at about the 20 and driven back by a herd of Mustang tacklers.
Herd of Mustangs led by number 16, Andrew Rhines, making a very fundamental tackle right there. That was smooth. We've seen a lot of smoothness from that Mustang D tonight. It's been impressive, man. And you talk about next week's matchup with Prattville. Holy cow, that's going to be fun.
Yeah, that will be a packed house. You're going to have 8, 9, 10,000 people over there. After this victory tonight and the way the victory is happening for Stanhope Elmore, you're going to have a whole host of people in Millbrook excited to have the Lions coming into their home stadium next week. Looks like Wright is in the backfield. 2 men in the backfield now. Can't get the second one with Lassiter. Wright goes in motion. There's some movement up there. No flag. Lassiter's got to look throw. And it's almost intercepted. The linebacker for the Mustangs, Derek Butler, had a read on it, looking like Mac Wilson for Alabama. Stepping in front there. That would have been a pick 6 quick for Stanhope.
He should have had that, and he'll look at that film, or heck, he knows it right now. He should have had that. That should have been taken to the house, but what a fantastic game he's had tonight, and still a great play. He was in his position. Should have been 6.
Well,
he'll get it next time.
Well, there's a reason why he's playing defense, right?
Right.
So 2nd down and 10.
So much movement on the defensive side.
Yeah, there's a lot of guys jumping around here. Offense was moving. It looked like Stanhope's defensive line is shifting at the last second. And it's going to cause a false start against Chilton County. So back them up 5 more yards here. That is the 5th flag against the Tigers here. We still got 5:35 left third quarter. They have 5 penalties for 45 yards just in this half. For the game, it's 11 for 130 in yardage for the Tigers.
Unbelievable.
So 2nd and 15. Looks like Robinson and Wright in the backfield for the Tigers. Hand that one off of Peter Robinson. Minimal game at best there. Maybe picked up 1.
And you know this Stanhope D wanting to pitch this shutout, and as much as Coach Bradford wants to have his guys stay out there, he needs to be, a little aware and conscious of how early we are in the season and how big of a lead his team has. Don't want anybody injured early in the season.
Yeah, they're going to play this out through at least the third quarter, I think. Lassiter throws on 3rd down. That's complete to Albert, and he spun around after a short gain out near the 22-yard line. Going to pick up about 5 over there for the freshman receiver, Corey Albert. Check that. I say Corey Albert. I think Corey's his older brother, Jacoby Albert. So a gain of 5. It'll bring up 4th down and 9 as we approach the 4.5 mark there in the third quarter. And the last punt was blocked for the Tigers.
Trey Hardy got in there and blocked the last punt.
Bradford chomping at the bit to get an opportunity to return one here. There's been a lot of short kicks this evening. Good snap this time. That kick is away. Bradford going to play it on the hop on the left side. Goes across the 50 and driven out of bounds at about the 45. So great field position again for Stanhope Elmore. Hunter on the tackle for Chilton County. We have an injured player down for the Mustangs. That may be Bradford. So we're going to take a quick timeout here. 34-0 Mustangs lead it. You're watching the Montgomery Sports Network.
Extermitech Pest Control is a small, passionate, and powerful team. If you have bugs bugging you, join the Extermitech family and have peace of mind that comes from the expertise of a professional company and enjoy their personal service. Extermitech is locally owned and operated. They've been bugging the competition for over 15 years. Each and every customer is important to them. Customer service, their #1 goal. Call Extermitech 334-209-4590.
And the injured player, Coach Bradford's son, Connor Bradford, hustling off the field now. Maybe just got the wind knocked out of him. Cameron, what do you have for us?
A little score update here, right here on the Montgomery Sports Network website, mymgmsports.com. Speaking of the Prattville Lions who face the Stanhope Elmore Mustangs next week, it's all Prattville over Foley, 30-0 in the fourth quarter. Park Crossing losing to Lee. That was in the third quarter. It's Lee 20-15 over Park Crossing. And then Tallahassee, Montgomery Catholic, that's in the fourth quarter. Tallahassee leads Montgomery Catholic 14-7. And American Christian Academy from Tuscaloosa still leading Trinity Presbyterian. That scores 19-0 in the third quarter.
Well, let me tell you something. That Foley game, you know who's not walking through that door?
Who's that?
Julio Jones.
He ain't walking.
He ain't walking. Prattville, they ready to get
He's walking into Mercedes-Benz Stadium, man.
There goes Duncan. Man, up the middle. He's almost going untouched, driving himself inside the 30, down towards the 27. A pickup of 20 yards there for Duncan.
Whew. Relentless.
They're going hurry up here. They're looking to the sideline to get another play in. Still 3:58 left, third quarter. Twins to each side here. Looks like Stanhope changing up some of the receivers here. I don't see Bradford out there. I don't see Anderson. So Coach Bradford getting several different players into the lineup here. Going to throw it near side, complete to 17. The pass was low, and it skipped on the ground at one hop, so it's incomplete. That's only McGee's fourth incompletion of the night. And if I'm looking here at my quick math, 6, 9, 11. He is actually 12 for 16 so far at this point with 2 touchdowns.
Just the embodiment of a dual threat quarterback. You know, he has the legs, he has the accuracy. He's missed a few plays tonight, but overall he's been outstanding.
McGee going to hand this off. Duncan tries to go left, stutter steps a little bit, now cuts out, and he's going to push the pile forward to about the 22-yard line, 23. We'll give him 6 on the play as the clock ticks towards 3.5 left here in the third quarter.
And almost all of the emotion has been taken out of the stadium from the Chilton County side. It's got a lot of excitement on this side of the field, on the Stanhope side.
Duncan still in the backfield with McGee. And McGee's going to pull it, play action, throws near side, and overshoots his man down near the 20-yard line. That time he was looking for number 28. And that's another player on the Stanhope roster. I don't have his name, so it's going to bring up 4th down and 5. Let's see if the Mustangs will go for it here. It'll be a rather long field goal.
In a play where McGee is trying to throw the ball on the run, that will be a work in progress all season. If he can get that down, oh my, he's even more dangerous.
4th down and 5. Chilton County showing blitz. They've jumped off sides twice in this situation earlier. They're going to run option near side. McGee's going to take it himself, cuts left. He's going to have the first down, I believe. Yes, he is. He's down towards the 16-yard line. A gain of 8 and a first down for the Mustangs.
I thought McGee was about to run into one of his own linemen, but he made a nice sidestep and slip past them to pick up that first down and execute on the play. What a nice move there. And you see more quickness out of the quarterback, McGee.
And Coach Bradford subbing a lot of players in. Looks like Burks is going to come into the backfield for Duncan. Duncan's night may be done at this point with 3 minutes left in the third quarter.
And this could be McGee's last series, too.
Burks, a junior, getting in there. There's some motion. Burks is going to get it. And goes over right side. Pushes towards the 11-yard line. Going to give him 4 yards there.
But McGee, you're looking at he's 5'7" in height, 155. You know, small guy facilitating out of the quarterback position. But I was interested to see how he would handle it tonight, and I've actually been impressed. This kid's a playmaker, and he's got a lot of athleticism, and he doesn't let that size discrepancy bring him down at all.
No, he looks good. He had an injury plagued junior season, but he looks like the real deal tonight. There's a little speed option here, quick pass. And running into the end zone is going to be number 18, Teddy Harris, for the touchdown for Stanhope Elmore with 2:08 left here in the third quarter. So I guess that will technically go as a pass.
Yep.
But they threw it forward there. So Harris with the touchdown reception, 12 yards, and that's McGee's third touchdown pass of the night.
And McGee has gotten a lot of his fellow teammates involved. Caden Anderson, Connor Bradford, Duncan, the running back. And right there, it was number 18, Teddy Harris, getting the call and becoming the fourth man of the night that McGee has led to a touchdown.
All right, Presetti on for the extra point. He has not made a kick tonight. We'll see if we can get this one through. There's a kick. It's up. And wide left again. No good. So that's an area that Stanhope's going to have to work on here in the coming weeks. So our new score, 2:08 left third quarter. It is all Mustangs. Stanhope Elmore 40, Chilton County nothing.
Extermitech Pest Control is a small, passionate, and powerful team. If you have bugs bugging you, join the Extermitech family and have peace of mind that comes from the expertise of a professional company, and enjoy their personal service. Extermitech is locally owned and operated. They've been bugging the competition for over 15 years. Each and every customer is important to them. Customer service, their #1 goal. Call Extermitech, 334-209-4590.
Welcome back to Tiger Stadium. You're watching the Montgomery Sports Network, Alabama High School Athletic Association football. You can follow us at mymgmsports.com. We have games all throughout the year. We're in Clanton this week. We'll be back in Clanton next week for the Chilton County Sylacauga game. We'll have several games from Crampton Bowl with Wetumpka later on this year. So you can check our schedule out at mymgmsports.com and catch us there. You can watch us on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, all kinds of avenues for you to watch us this year as Presetti gets ready to kick it off for Stanhope Elmore. Kick is away. It's going to be short. And that's going to be Albert, kind of tiptoeing through some defenders and works his way out to about the 28-yard line. And that's where Chilton County will set up shop. Only one first down this half for the Tigers. They got that on their initial play. Start the third quarter, a run by Cameron Wright, and since then they have not been able to move the change, and Stanhope Elmore's defense been living on this side of the 50 here in the third quarter.
And even up 40-0, still some defensive starters out there for Coach Bradford's Stanhope D. See Butler out there who's had a big game, and Trey Hardy still in the mix.
Yeah, we're going to see, looks like Chilton County's going back to the wishbone here. Full house backfield. It's going to be Robinson getting it on the right side. And they're going to push that forward across the 30. Gain about 4 there for Robinson, the junior running back. Coach Morrison came here to Chilton County from Benjamin Russell last year. Coached under the legendary Danny Horn as an assistant there for several years. And any of you familiar with Alabama high school football, Danny Horn, he'll run the wishbone if he needed to, and looks like Chilton County breaking out here for the second or third time this evening. Going to hand this one off to the fullback. I believe that is Wright this time, and he's going to work over right guard for a few yards before he's driven back. Wright's going to work it out to about the 35-yard line. Going to bring up about 3rd down and 5 for the Tigers.
He was stood up there by Butler and Trey Hardy, number 3, number 4 on the Stanhope side of things. Those guys are going to be very interesting to keep an eye on moving forward. They've shown a lot of aggression on the defensive side of things, and 2 very exciting players to watch.
Well, that next week's setting up for a big game in Millbrook between Stanhope and Prattville. at this point. Both defenses pitching shutouts at the moment. Here's a toss to Robinson on the right side, and he will have no running room. He's driven back for a loss, and it'll bring up 4th down and another punting situation for Chilton County, as this time it looks like number 1 is going to go back deep. Caden Anderson for Stanhope, as after Bradford was injured on the last punt return.
Watch out here. I don't know if Chilton County wants to kick the ball into Caden Anderson's hands, because he certainly has that ability to take one to the house.
We'll see if they let the clock run out. 10 seconds left on the game clock, 20 on the play clock. They don't have to punt it. They can let the clock run out, the Tigers can. We'll see if they want to do here. Looks like they're going to let it run out. 3, 2, and 1. That takes us to triple zeros here at the end of the 3rd quarter. So our score after 3, it has been all Mustangs. It's been a Mustang stampede to this point. Stanhope Elmore 40, Chilton County nothing. You are watching the Montgomery Sports Network.
Extermitech Pest Control is a small, passionate, and powerful team. If you have bugs bugging you, join the Extermitech family and have peace of mind that comes from the expertise of a professional company, and enjoy their personal service. Extermitech is locally owned and operated. They've been bugging the competition for over 15 years. Each and every customer is important to them. Customer service, their number 1 goal. Call Extermitech 334-209-4590.
97.9 Jams, the new home of the Ricky Smiley Morning Show.
Hey, what up? This your boy Ricky Smiley from the Ricky Smiley Morning Show on my new home, Montgomery, the Gump. ASU, what's up?
Throwback Quickie Mix at noon, the live drive at 5, and top 5 at 9. Your favorite jams are on now. Drake, Rihanna, T.I., Nicki Minaj, Chris Brown, and Beyonce are all at 979jams.com. And on your radio at 97.9. Tune in and turn up. 97.9 Jams.
So we're starting the 4th quarter here, week 1 on the Montgomery Sports Network. Chilton County getting ready to punt. Caden Anderson back deep for the Mustangs. He is residing right now on his own 40-yard line, as Hunter back in there to kick for the Tigers. The ball will be whistled into play by the head official, and we're ready to get this 4th quarter started.
See if it even goes to Caden Anderson here.
Good snap this time, kicks away, it's low. It's gonna roll. And I hear the Mustang coaches in the booth to our right yelling, Peter, Peter, Peter. That's usually the call for one of those kicks. It's gone to die at the 40, so 1st and 10 for Stanhope Elmore. Let's see if who comes out of quarterback this time. Looks
like McGee's out.
Yeah, it looks like Xavier Hall's gonna go in there. We saw him have a series earlier in the 2nd quarter, running some read option plays and so forth. So Xavier Hall, the sophomore, 5'7", coming in there, quarterback number 12, and it looks like number 27, Willie Burks, is going to be in there to run the football with him.
Nice move there to pull the plug on McGee. It's 40-0. He's already had a heck of a game. Don't want to risk injury. And get some playing time for these young guys, too.
Yeah, they never know when they're going to be pressed into a crucial opportunity down the stretch. And Hall's going to look to throw, rolls right. Now it kind of does a Tebow jump pass after the last second, and it was deflected by one of the linemen there for Chilton County. That looks like it was number 62, Xavier Trimble, the senior, who's had a pretty good game tonight for the Tigers, knocking that pass down at the line of scrimmage.
He was one of our go-to key players at the beginning of the broadcast to open up. Trimble, Swindle, Cade Williams, Schmidt, Thorst, Schmidt-Horst. Am I saying? There we go. There Tristan. We go. You know, okay. Still a lot of talent on the defensive side of things for Chilton County.
Yeah, Tristan, I had him in class. A very good student, very good kid. One of the leaders for this Tiger team. 2nd down play. A nice move here by Hall. He's making some men miss across the 50. And finally driven to the ground there by number 22, Cameron Carpenter.
So we just brought up his name, Schmidt-Horst, and makes a tackle right there.
I say there's duplicate numbers for Chilton County. That was Schmidt-Horst, my bad. I have Carpenter as number 22 also, but it was Schmidt-Horst on the tackle. So the senior linebacker making a play there.
One thing I've noticed at a Hall too, he did a better job right there, but on the first play of this series, he just palmed the football and had it out to his side. That's a recipe for disaster on the next play. High and tight, and nice run there from Hall, but they definitely want to keep an eye on that.
Yeah, in a situation here where Coach Bradford wants to give him some opportunities on the passing game, but doesn't really want to throw anything deep downfield. But they got to get him some work in here because you never know what situation is going to rise as the season goes on. Here's Burks driving forward. A big hit there. Again, that's Schmidhorst coming up, making the tackle for the Tigers.
Yeah, just a bit of a size differential right there. I mean, you got number 27, Burks, coming through the lane, and he's got some muscle and some size on him. It's going to take a few bodies to bring him down. And so far, we're looking at the future of the Stanhope offense. Looks pretty good so far.
Yeah, Xavier Hall looks pretty good at the moment. Trips to the right this time. 3-man front for Chilton County. Mustangs changing the play, 8 on the play clock. Hall's going to throw a little slant in. That pass is complete inside the 40 and down towards the 35-yard line. Looks like it's going to be number 35. Check that. Number 15 for Stanhope Elmore. That was Tyler Wilson on the reception. So his first reception of the night for Stanhope, a pass complete by Hall. 11 on the gain of 11 and the first down for the Mustangs.
Wilson, a junior, and Burks, a junior, Hall, a sophomore. So all these guys getting some pivotal playing time, and will be returning next year.
Hall's going to roll to the near side, hesitates for a second now, plants his foot, and he is swarmed under that time as number 30, Jaron Swindle, another senior for the Tigers, making the tackle.
And that's what you want to see from the Chilton County defense, swarming to the football, making big plays in the backfield,
and those guys are still playing hard. Swindle and Schmidhorst, Williams, they're out there giving it their all right now. No quit from them. And I know Coach Morrison will be happy to point that out because at this point, effort becomes noticeable on the film, and guys in that locker room want to see that, and coaches want to see that too.
Sure.
There's a little throw. That's Anderson on the catch inside the 30 down to the 28-yard line. A little pitch and catch that time from Hall to Anderson for a gain of about 7.
Yeah, it's always a good sign to see your senior leaders backed up. They're down 40-0. There's got to be a lot of frustration in them. They've worked so hard and they've anchored this team, but it's always great to see them set a standard and set an example and continue to fight even when they're down.
Trips to the right this time. And there's a loose ball. Helmet comes off also. And that's going to be number 44 for Stanhope Elmore. William Nelson Foxhall on the carry, just a freshman. He's going to lose about 5 yards.
That ball popped out immediately. It was a nice job to stay with it. Caught it by the fingertips, and he wasn't going anywhere, though, after that, but still retained the football, and no turnover there. Close call.
4th down, and I don't think we've seen Stanhope Elmore punt tonight, and they're not going to punt here on 4th and 9 from the 34. Hall in the shotgun. Here comes a blitz. He's going to look to throw. Can't find Anderson at one-on-one coverage over here. Now he's backed up way, trying to get loose. Plants his foot across 40. Look at this, inside the 35, and finally tackled down near the 31-yard line. So some nifty footwork there by Xavier Hall. It's a gain of 3, but they will turn over on downs, and the Tigers will get the football back. So 8:35 left here in the 4th quarter. And Chilton County will come back out, see if Lassiter and those guys stay in the game, if they put a couple other new faces in there. Coach Morrison wants to punch one in here.
Yeah, like get something on offense.
Yeah, they're going to go wishbone. Cameron Wright's out there, Robinson, Lee, full house backfield. Lassiter under center, double tight formation here for the Tigers. Going to be a handoff to Lee, left side. He's going to drive those legs, and he's going to work his way across the 35 to the 36, a pickup of 6 for Lee, who is a junior. Theodore Lee, the fullback for Chilton County.
Well, sometimes with this wishbone offense, you just have the right personnel to run it. And if there is a positive for Chilton County, you can get looks at both styles of offense, the pistol and now the wishbone, and see which one works better. 2nd
down, we'll call it 5 for the Tigers. Here comes a blitz. This time it's going to be Robinson busting through the line across the 45. He's going to have a first down. He's out to the 48. Pick up a 13 for Devontae Robinson. First down, Chilton County.
That was a powerful run up the middle, and obviously Stanhope has made some substitutions on defense, which has made the offensive side of things for Chilton County a bit easier, but still a nice run, nice blocking up front. Continue to stay in the wishbone.
So 1st and 10 at the 49 for the Tigers. This time it's going to be the fullback right, left side. And he's going to move the ball across midfield, and then we got a rugby scrum, and then the whistles blow, and the play is finally dead. We're going to give Cameron Wright, the senior, 3 yards on that play. Bring up 2nd down and 7.
But Chilton County, I'll say that if they want to find some improvement and make some adjustments and change a culture from last season, they're going to have to find a way to throw the ball efficiently.
Yeah, tonight the Tigers are 3 of 7 tonight on the passes. Here's a handoff again. This one time it's going to be Lee. Some good blocking out there by Justin Live Oak for a gain of 4. And we're going to bring up a 3rd down and about maybe 2 for the Tigers. One thing we'll see next week when we have the game here, Sylacauga, a very good team, but Chilton County and Sylacauga have had a lot of competitive games the last few years. I mean, we're talking down to the wire finishes. So Sylacauga, a 5A school coming in here next week. That should help out the Tigers a little bit, but Sylacauga will still be a good team, and they'll be a very similar team. They'll run a lot of option, a lot of traditional formation stuff and so forth, but they've had a number of close games over the last 5-6 years between each other. 3rd and 2. And Lassiter's going to pull it on the bootleg. He's going to have the first down. Racing down the sideline, Shaquem Lassiter. Beautiful cut, and he is in for the touchdown. And Chilton County's on the board here. A 43-yard run for a touchdown by the junior quarterback, Shaquem Lassiter.
Shaquem wanted that one right after the snap immediately. He turned on the jets. He was like, give it to me. He made the nice read, turned him on, found the end zone. There goes the shutout. Chilton's on the board. Still down by a lot of points, though.
Hey, got to have something positive. That's something the coaching staff can hang their hat on there. Lassiter making the play. He scored on the touchdown on a similar play last year against Jemison up there. Took it about 80 yards on the bootleg. And now the extra point. Looks like we're missing the holder. That is number 15.
Where are you at?
Hunter's out there to okay. Well, now I think they're short a blocker, but that first game, hey, it happens sometimes. I understand. Timeout, Chilton County. They're trying to get the right personnel on there. So we'll keep it right here for the moment.
I tip my cap. Who was that who went out to try to hold that ball?
That was a very heads-up play. We'll have to get, when they line back up, we'll get the number because there's a slot man on the left side of the field.
He's like, I'll do it, Coach.
Hey,
I'll do it.
But, yeah, you're exactly right. Heads-up play there. Hey, well, I'll hold if we have to and kick it. And, you know, if they block it, they block it. No harm, no foul. They can't return it like college for 2 points here. So 6:24 left. The Tigers get on the scoreboard, and it's 40-6 Stanhope Elmore as the big crowd here starting to filter out here late in the game.
We've seen a lot of things tonight, Cam. We've seen penalties left and right. We've seen awesome plays. We've seen great tackles. We've had a great crowd on our hands. Montgomery Sports Network has debuted tonight. A lot of firsts, a lot of things. But one thing we have not seen is an extra point.
Yeah, that is true. Traditional kick through the uprights. Stanhope had a couple problems with the snaps. Then they had a couple sail wide left. A couple other times they've gone for 2. And here's Chilton County's first opportunity as Hunter will come on to try the extra point. We're going to try to get the number there. I'm going to put my binoculars up here. That was number 45 on the roster for Chilton County. That was Philip Gwynn that was going to hold the ball. The man that recovered the onside kick earlier for the Tigers. So heads-up play by him, as you called it.
See if we can get that extra point tonight.
And the holder is going to be number 8 for the Tigers. That is Patterson. And it's good. Tack 1 on the board for the Tigers. So our new score, 6:24 left in the game. It is Stanhope Elmore 40, Chilton County 7. You are watching the Montgomery Sports Network.
I had a dream, a beautiful dream. I couldn't believe how real it seemed. Up on stage in the field of green, on the winding river, and a song you'll sing. When I wake up, I'll see you here in Montgomery, where dreams come true.
All right, 40-7, 6:24 left here in the game. Cameron, drop some knowledge on us on that scoreboard.
Prattville won 37-0. They beat Foley. That one's final. Tallahassee over Montgomery Catholic 28-7. That one's gone final as well. I'm trying to scroll here on the website to find some more scores. There we go. There we go. We got, give me 1 second here.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
Still have Lanier and Lee. What's that? It's next Thursday, and then
I think Lee's playing Park Crossing
tonight.
Oh, my
bad. You're right. Give me 1 second. I'll get adjusted here.
No problem. No problem. We're not in our friendly confine air conditioning press box at Crampton Bowl. We're up here with limited internet access on our first night. Here's a kick received. And, oh, my gosh, look at this again. Are you kidding me? That's going to be another touchdown for Stanhope Elmore. My goodness gracious. And that's number 17, and I don't have him on my roster. I hate that for the young man.
It's Ghost Man, 17.
I mean, literally, it looked like a replay of the opening kickoff. And the Mustangs lead at 46-7. Coach Bradford has to be super happy with the special teams tonight. A block kick on the punt, 2 kickoff returns for the touchdown. These non-offensive scores, a big deal for Stanhope.
I got my eye on Anderson, number 1, the elite receiver there on the near side. He got hurt. He's a little banged up, and now he's talking to the coaches, and they're pulling him over here. Something's going on with Anderson. And now he's getting immediate attention from the training staff.
I think it's a cramp. They're holding his legs back up, so hopefully that's all it is.
Take him out, man. You don't want to risk that.
No, not at this point. You put a lineman back there to return it if you have to. But it's 46-7. The Mustangs, special teams, an area of concern in the first game of the year. And now they're running a player late on here. Do they have too many players? Not enough players?
Now let's see if they can get pivotal extra point for the first time tonight.
Rossetti to kick it and block. Man, that was a nice block there. And that's Schmidhorst coming in there off the edge, and he got that one rather easily.
Well, I know what they're doing Monday in practice.
Yeah, they're going to have to work on that. They're going to have to shore that up next week when they play Prattville because they're leaving points off the board. New score, 6:11 left. We're going to take a quick time out here on the Montgomery Sports Network. It's Stanhope Elmore 46, Chilton County 7.
State Burglar Bars and Ironworks Incorporated is a locally owned and operated business in Montgomery, Alabama. And we've been in business since 1985 and served Montgomery and the surrounding counties with burglar bars, ironworks. Our philosophy is being honest, dependable, and treating each customer with respect and selling a quality product at a fair price. If you need burglar bars or ironwork of any kind, call Mid-State Burglar Bars and Ironworks, Montgomery.
So 6:11 left. We still have our heat timeouts coming up here in another play or two. 46-7, Stanhope Elmore leads Chilton County. So to kind of recap what happened there, a frenzied 30 seconds. Shaquem Lassiter took a bootleg out of the wishbone for 43 yards for the touchdown on the sideline. And then I guess we'll call him Ghost Man, number 17, took off and raced about 80 yards for a score there on the kickoff return. And that sets us up here at 46-7 in favor of Stanhope Elmore.
You still got Anderson. Is that who you're looking at down there on the near side? Or?
He's still getting worked on cramps. I was looking to see. It looks like Mason Dennis is back deep to receive for the Tigers. But Anderson getting worked on the near sideline. That kicks away, and Dennis is going to take it at about the 12. And comes near side, and he's going to be spun down at the 26-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Chilton County. But you called it, Cameron. Caden Anderson, you saw it. He was on the kickoff return there and called a cramp. Another player for Stanhope Elmore getting off the field slowly. But that's that time of the night where your body starts to give out after so many plays. And you have a game kicks off, and it's in the high to mid-80s.
Yeah, we saw Derek Butler on the defensive side of things for Stanhope earlier in the game. He left the field. Looked like he was dealing with some cramps, but he made a return. Doubtful we'll see a return from Anderson as it's gotten a little bit out of hand now, 46-7, and time to sit those starters.
Okay. And we're going to take the heat timeout right here. 6:01 left in this contest. Mustangs 46, Tigers 7. You are watching the Montgomery Sports Network.
We're not your daddy's rock and roll station. 104.9, The Gump. Montgomery's alternative rock station. 104.9, The Gump. The only radio station in Montgomery playing new rock alternative. 104.9, The Gump. Montgomery's alternative rock station. 104.9, The Gump.
And we're back here at Tiger Stadium, Clanton, Alabama, right in the center of the state. Peach country here in Chilton County as the Tigers playing host to Stanhope Elmore. They made the short drive up I-65, the 25-minute ride. It's going to be a joyous ride back for the Mustangs tonight, back to Millbrook, as the Tigers will come out here in the wishbone again. And it looks like Lassiter's still going to stay in there, quarterback. And he fumbles the snap. He's going to pick it up. He's going to race around the left side. He has some room out there across the 30, 35, 40, and then knocked out of bounds at about the 43-yard line.
Another flag.
Yeah, that's going to be a late hit. He has stepped out, and there was a pop there. It wasn't anything vicious, but again, they're going to protect the players, especially the quarterback. So we're going to tack 15 on there. We haven't had, I think we went like 8 minutes there, I'll say. I'm not going to say 12. 8 minutes without a penalty. It was kind of nice. But first down for the Tigers, a gain of 18 for Lassiter.
You get that Lassiter on the edge. It can run for days. He's got speed like no other. One thing I noticed about that play, he was about 5 or 10 yards in front of the line of scrimmage and he pump faked. But hey, the defense doesn't know who's behind him.
That's right. I'll tell you what, he's a very good basketball player. So that's the basketball coming out of him too, a little pump fake, getting to the basket and so forth. So a two-sport athlete here at Chilton County, Shaquem Lassiter, a junior, very smart student, very good kid, playing quarterback for the Tigers. Going to hand this off. This is going to be Robinson breaking near side. He has some room. 35-30 going down the sideline. Tries to cut it back. Does. 20. 15 spinning inside the 10. And he's down to the 8-yard line. So Robinson with a gain of 37. And all of a sudden it's first and goal for Chilton County.
Chilton County has found a lot of success after switching to the wishbone, albeit they're facing the second and third team defense from Stanhope Elmore, but still anything positive you can get, you'll take. And I know Chilton County is glad to see some success coming on the offensive side of the ball.
That's some good blocking that time out there by number 12, Live Oak, for the Tigers. This time it's going to be into the end zone for a touchdown, and that was Robinson driving in for the score. 8 yards, Robinson for the touchdown, and the Tigers are back on the board, and it's now 46-13.
Robinson, 2 carries, 2 explosive plays, and that drive right there ending in a touchdown. You'll take that to the film room this weekend or Monday and take a look and see maybe you found something to think about when you're talking offensive strategy here. 2 scores late in the game from the wishbone offense might be something that could play into your favor next weekend or the rest of the way in the season.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that plays out for Chilton County, because they have something working here right now. They're putting something on film for other teams to see and have to deal with. And not a lot of teams in modern football today run the wishbone, so it's a different formation for a lot of teams to deal with. 5:27 left. The kick was good. Here in the fourth quarter, it is Stanhope 46, Chilton County 14. We're going to take a quick timeout. You're watching the Montgomery Sports Network.
Folks, this is Jody Wolf from American Oak and More, inviting you to shop with us during our Labor Day sale. Get up to 50% off the top tag price plus 0% interest for up to 5 years. That's up to 50% off on everything in the store. Plus get 0% interest for up to 5 years. We will be closed September 2nd and 3rd to spend time with our families, so hurry in to take advantage of these huge savings going on now. Excludes mattresses, accessories, and rustic outlet.
Like we've been saying for over 23 years, you don't pay with fake money, so don't settle for fake wood.
5:27 left, fourth quarter. A scoring explosion here in the last 2 minutes or so. Stanhope Elmore leading Chilton County, and Coach Morris and his staff have something positive to look at here in the fourth quarter. That defense has played pretty well here in the fourth quarter. We've seen some of the seniors making some plays down the stretch here, and offensively I have something working here right now with the wishbone. And it looks like Stanhope Elmore is going to have to take a timeout. They don't have enough personnel on the field. We're going to keep it right here for a moment. But going back to your point earlier about subbing in Caden Anderson in and out here, and Coach Bradford trying to get guys in and out of the game, and his staff, and they just did not have 11 out there at the moment.
It's been an interesting game. Before we went back on the air, we're approaching the 3-hour mark in this football game.
Yeah.
And we've seen everything tonight. A ton of penalties, ton of emotion. You always love that opening kickoff. The scene is set. The fans are fired up. The energy is in the atmosphere, and we've seen it all tonight. Although it's died down a little bit, 46-14 in Stanhope's favor. Man, it's been a ride. It's been a ride, a 3-hour drive, and we're still driving, man.
And I'll tell you, we had this last year down in the Cramton Bowl a couple times, a couple of 3-hour games, which is hard to believe with high school football, but the clock stops every first down, and unlike college, they don't start it when they go out of bounds. The clock stays dead to the snap. So looks like Hunter's going to get ready to tee it up and kick it off for the Tigers. Yeah, they were offsides. I could see that from being 50 yards away. Going to be offsides on Chilton County.
Now about for Coach Bradford coming here facing his former program that he once coached, guys that he once taught and developed to take on the positions that they're in today at Chilton County, coming back and getting a signature win in his second year as the man at Stanhope Elmore. And we talked about changing the culture for Chilton County. I think the same could apply to Stanhope Elmore.
Well, actually, they called offsides there on Stanhope Elmore. My bad. I thought it was on Chilton County. But, to go back to your point, Coach Bradford, a graduate of Stanhope Elmore in the 90s, was offense coordinator there for a long time, and then came up here to Clanton, got the head coaching job. And unfortunately for him, it was at the same time that Chilton County was transitioning to 6A. Chilton County didn't really grow into a 6A school. They were just kind of put there when the state went to 7 classes. And he fielded some competitive teams, had some very competitive games, but depth was always an issue here for the Tigers at the 6A level, and we're kind of seeing some of that tonight. Here's another good kickoff return by Stanhope Elmore out across the 40-yard line. That was number 20, Dejon McGee, on the return. But, Coach Bradford did a good job when he was here. He had some very close games. They had a game against Ben Russell. They lost on about the last play of the game that they should have won. They had another one at Valley. They lost on the last play of the game. They had some close games here at home against Oxford and Pell City over the years. They just could not get over the hump on some of those. And, now as the Tigers move back down to 5A under Coach Morrison, they're hoping to have a lot more success with some of the teams they have played traditionally over the years, like Demopolis, Bibb County, Marbury, and so forth.
You think McGee there he's a freshman? Any relation to the senior?
You know what, you bring that point up, but I saw a lady walking down here on the concourse that said McGee's and had number 20 and number 6 on it. I'm assuming that was their mother, who has to be extremely proud tonight of both of her sons out there as we get a carry there on first down for a gain of 3, like Lasky on the carry for Stanhope Elmore as they're running players in and out. We actually have another quarterback in there. That is number 16, Andrew Rhines, a quarterback for Stanhope Elmore right now, and he is a junior for the Mustangs. We're going to hand this one off to number 39. That's Truss on the carry. Going to spin his way out towards in the Clanton or Chilton County territory at the 49. That'll bring up about a 3rd down and 7.
And for Chilton County, obviously, still a lot to work on. Coming off that 1-9 season, still a ton of time left in the season, and they could certainly improve from last year's record. But going to go back to the film room tonight and work out some things after this one.
Yeah, there's no doubt they have several winnable games in the region, some games they should be extremely competitive in. And with a 7-team region, there's a real opportunity for them to make the playoffs this year and still have a winning season. It's just game 1, and they get a 5A Sylacauga to come in here next week. And you can watch that game here on the Montgomery Sports Network. MyMGMSports.com is our website. And we will have the Chilton County Sylacauga game next week. And then after that, we'll head back down to Montgomery for some games at Crampton Bowl, some games at Trinity. We can go to Wetumpka later in the year and so forth. We have our entire schedule up there that you can view throughout the season. There's Ryan's going to take the carry. He's going to run a QB sweep, and he's going to work his way down to the 46-yard line. That's going to be a gain of about 8 for the Mustangs.
And obviously Chilton County still in kind of a rebuilding mode when it comes to their program. I can imagine losing Bradford to Stanhope was a hiccup in the process.
Yeah, every time you have a new coach the first year, trying to put your stamp on the program. And Coach Bradford obviously had some growing pains last year at Stanhope early in the season. They kind of got that ship righted. No different from Coach Morrison, and he has an opportunity to get things on the right track here as the season progresses. Like I said, Marbury, Jemison, Shelby County on that schedule, some Tuscaloosa, those are all games that Chilton County's won several times over the years. So there's lots of opportunities for them to improve on that 1-9 record, as Rhines is going to keep it on 4th down, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. And Chilton County will get the ball back with 3:10 remaining on the clock.
Let's see who they send out there this time on the offensive side of things.
Yeah, I'm going to say they're going to go wishbone again. I see Live Oak out there. I see Theodore Lee out there still in the huddle. Now Live Oak checks out. Cameron Wright's coming back out.
Oh, yeah.
And Robinson's out there. Let's see who's going to play quarterback.
Oh, all the starters are back, it looks like. They're trying to put 20 on the board.
Yeah, Lassard is back out too. So they're going to have that full house backfield of Robinson, Lee, and Wright at the fullback position, and Lassard is under center.
Got a great shot to score another touchdown.
Going to hand that off to Lee, left side. He's going to plow forward to about the 47 for a gain of 3.
So the offense last season averaged, as I've mentioned a ton of times, 15.6 points a game. They have an opportunity to boost that average to begin the 18 season right here.
Yeah, the game they won last year, Chilton County, they defeated Russell County, and they were behind the whole game, and it looked for all intents and purposes that they were done in that contest. They were down 19-13, under 2 minutes to play. Russell County had the football, and Chilton County was able to get the ball back, and they drove about 70 yards and scored literally just seconds remaining, and they had a chance to kick it and tie it, and Coach Morrison decided to go for 2, roll the dice. They got the 2-point conversion, pulled out a 20-19 victory. And Stanhope Elmore, Russell County was one of their bigger wins last year. They struggled in that game, only won by a touchdown, but that win kind of helped propel them to the playoffs because that was a region game for the Mustangs. Here's a little problem with the snap. They're going to hand that off. Looks like Robinson. He's going to get the first down towards the 37-yard line as the clock stops momentarily with 2:04 left. Check that was Staffney on the carry. My bad. Staffney had checked in and made the carry. So first down for the Tigers. Coach Morrison getting some players in there. These two teams will meet again next year. They usually sign a two-game contract. They'll meet down in Millbrook at Foshee Henderson Stadium. That's going to be number 17 for the Tigers, Antonio Parker, the junior running back, getting a carry there, picking up a couple yards down towards the 37-yard line.
I know coming into this ball game, Stanhope 18-1 all-time against Chilton County. That record's about to go up to 19-1. So historically speaking, this has been Stanhope's game, which might go into why it was chosen to be the opening game.
Yeah, it's a series that that's been competitive. There's been some competitive games over the years. They haven't played each other since 2003. Once Stanhope kind of bumped up to 6A, they used to be region foes, and but Stanhope's had several shutouts. The only victory for Chilton County came in 1992 against the Mustangs.
1992.
That was a good year.
You were in Alabama then.
That was a great year because I graduated high school, and B, I started my freshman year at Alabama, and C, they won the national championship. So yeah, we had it rock and rolling there.
What a freshman year!
It was all downhill from there, and I had hair too. So hey, life was good, right?
Hey, my freshman year at Alabama, guess what happened? Kick 6.
Oh well, hey, but you got two out of it, right? You got two
I
out
did.
of it.
I
got the production crew back here taunting us. They're living in the past about the kick 6. There's Parker on the carry. He's down towards the 35. They're all excited about going to Alabama-Auburn tomorrow night at the Biscuits. Several of us here work for the Montgomery Biscuits part-time also, and We got to work down there tomorrow night in the press box. So
it's tomorrow.
It's tomorrow night.
Oh my God! I wish I could be there.
Yeah.
I'll be at Texas Roadhouse.
Oh, there you go. That sounds like a good deal.
Serving tables.
Looks like the clock's gonna tick down to 000, and this one's gonna be all over. The final score tonight from Tiger Stadium in Clanton. It is Stanhope Elmore 46, Chilton County 14. The Mustangs begin the season 1-0 under Coach Bradford in his second season as he gets the Gatorade shower right there in front of the bench as the teams get ready to line up and shake hands. We're going to take a quick time out, come back, talk about our players of the game, and wrap things up here from Tiger Stadium in just a moment. You're watching the Montgomery Sports Network.
La Zona Rosa Hillwood Mexican Cafe, located on Zelda Road, minutes from downtown Montgomery, is one of the area's finest Mexican restaurants. From our great lunch selection and value to our tablecloth and candle evening atmosphere for dinner, La Zona Rosa has something to offer all connoisseurs of fine Mexican dining. Come on down today and enjoy some great Mexican. La Zona Rosa Hillwood Mexican Cafe on Zelda Road, minutes from downtown. Extermitech Pest Control is a small, passionate, and powerful team. If you have bugs bugging you, join the Extermitech family and have peace of mind that comes from the expertise of a professional company and enjoy their personal service. Extermitech is locally owned and operated. They've been bugging the competition for over 15 years. Each and every customer is important to them. Customer service, their number one goal. Call Extermitech 334-209-4590.
We're not your daddy's rock and roll station. 104.9, The Gump. Montgomery's alternative rock station. 104.9, The Gump. The only radio station in Montgomery playing new rock alternative. 104.9, The Gump. Montgomery's alternative rock station. 104.9, The Gump.
I had a dream, a beautiful dream. I couldn't believe how real it seemed. Up on stage, in the field of green, on the winding river, and a song you'll sing. When I wake up, I'll see you here in Montgomery, where dreams come true.
If you're injured on the job, the law requires your employer to pay your medical expenses and cover your lost wages for any work-related injury. Employers and their insurers often try to deny workers' compensation claims or limit your benefits. Whether you're totally disabled and cannot work, or if you've suffered some impairment, attorney Matt Matthews has years of experience litigating. For more information, go to the website protectingalworkers.com. That's protectingalworkers.com.
And welcome back to Tiger Stadium. We're going to wrap things up here for the night. The Stanhope Elmore Mustangs, the Mustang Stampede, 46-14 over the Chilton County Tigers, as Coach Bradford and the Mustangs start out 1-0, and they're going to take the 25-mile drive back down to Millbrook with a victory in their back pocket. It is time for us to reveal our All-Stars as picked by the Montgomery Sports Network crew. Our All-Stars are sponsored by attorney Matt Matthews, who has many years of experience litigating workers' compensation cases here in Alabama, protectingalworkers.com. The Montgomery Sports Network Offensive All-Star of the game, sponsored by attorney Matt Matthews, is Kerensky McGee. Cameron, what do you have for him?
Kerensky McGee. We had our eyes on him coming into the ball game. In the pregame, we said he would be one of the pivotal players for Stanhope Elmore. He needed to step up and help Elmore get to a win, and he certainly did. 12 for 17 on the night, 120 yards through the air, 3 touchdowns. He threw 1 interception, and then on the ground, the speedster, 9 carries, 67 yards. Most importantly, he found a way to get all of his playmakers involved. Caden Anderson, Connor Bradford, the running back Duncan in the backfield, and then Teddy Harris Jr., number 18. All 4 of those players on Stanhope were on the receiving end of a Kerensky McGee ball. And so it was an impressive night from McGee. And I'm looking forward to keeping track of him as we move along in the season.
Yeah, no doubt Coach Bradford has to be happy with his performance in command. The offense had everything under control, kind of did it all night, and as you said, dispersed the football around evenly to his players. And then Cameron, the Montgomery Sports Network Defensive All-Star of the game, sponsored by attorney Matt Matthews, is...
I'm going with Derek Butler. He's one of the senior leaders. He was the captain tonight. Derek Butler Jr., 5'11", 230. Built like a linebacker. He is the embodiment of a linebacker, the senior leader. He did a terrific job tonight. I believe he made 3 of the 4 first tackles of the ball game. His name was getting said left and right, and he was kind of calling the shots on the defensive side of things. You can tell there's some great leadership on the defense, and there's some great leadership on the offense, and usually when you have those two balanced out, you're going to have a team that is going to win a lot of football games. So if you're a Stanhope Elmore supporter, Stanhope Elmore fan, a lot to be excited about. It started tonight in a big road victory out here in Chilton County. Stanhope Elmore last season 2-5 on the road, so a good start to this one.
Yeah, no doubt Coach Bradford has to be pleased. So final score tonight, 46-14 Stanhope Elmore. Let's look at our sponsors. Thank them. You're watching the Montgomery Sports Network, mymgmsports.com. Hopefully you enjoyed tonight's broadcast. We thank our sponsors, the Extermitech Pest Control, locally owned and operated. Extermitech Pest Control is a small, passionate, and power team voted best in Montgomery. If you have bugs bugging you, call Extermitech. They have been bugging the competition for over 15 years. Call them 334-209-4590. ProtectingALWorkers.com. Workers' compensation attorney Matt Matthews has many years of experience litigating workers' compensation cases in Alabama. If you are hurt on the job, he can help you get the benefits you deserve. Visit ProtectingALWorkers.com or call 334-721-4878. The Hank Williams Museum, downtown Montgomery. The 6,000 square foot museum is located at 118 Commerce Street. You can take a step back in time and learn about the musical history and life of a Montgomery man who is known as the legendary singer Hank Williams. Browse the large gift shop. Groups are always welcome at the Hank Williams Museum. Chris's Famous Hot Dogs. Chris is celebrating its 101 years in business in the capital city, located just down the street from the Capitol building at 138 Dexter Avenue. Chris's Famous Hot Dogs, taste the tradition. Call orders in advance, 334-265-6850. And that is just a great place to eat. Tons of history down there. And finally, our other sponsors, Mid-State Burglar Bars and Ironworks. Mid-State Burglar Bars and Ironworks are a local owned and operated business. They have been in business since 1985 and serve Montgomery and the surrounding counties. They build and install burglar bars, AC guards, storm doors, and more. Their philosophy is being honest, dependable, fair-priced, and to treat each customer with respect. Call Midstate 334-313-9015, and Cameron's going to give us the rest of our sponsors.
Thank you, Kane. We'd also like to thank American Oak and More, committed to offering exceptional furniture at affordable prices. American Oak and More's friendly staff will help you locate exactly what you're looking for, from patio, mattresses, dining, bedroom, living room, entertainment consoles, youth, occasional furniture, and more. Voted best in Montgomery. You don't pay with fake money, so don't settle for fake wood. Call 334-277-7793. That's American Oak and More. La Zona Rosa Hillwood Mexican Cafe, located at 2838 Zelda Road, minutes from downtown Montgomery, is one of the area's finest Mexican restaurants. From the great lunch selection and value to the tablecloth and candle evening atmosphere for dinner, La Zona Rosa has something for all. Dine in or carry out available. Call 334-274-1153. And our media partner, the stations of Blue Water Broadcasting, News Talk 93.1, Kiss FM 97.9, Jams, Bama Country 98.9, Yo 100.5, Classic Country The Possum 104.9, The Gump, and 107.1, The Vault. They are local folks helping local business. Call them today and let them help your business. 334-244-0961. A big thanks to all of our sponsors. We certainly couldn't do it without them. And thank you for supporting them. Thank you for supporting the Montgomery Sports Network. Kane, it was fun. Now it's time to hand it back to you, and you're going to hand it to the highlights.
Yeah, our highlight package.
Hopefully.
Roll through that. And our producer, director back there, you can check your screen out there. We're going to show you some highlights from today's game. A lot of big plays for the Mustangs.
Yeah, man.
And a couple late for Chilton County, Shaquem Lasser, a couple other guys, but McGee, our player of the game, those of you got their certificates. We will get them sent to you at Stanhope Elmore High School in the mail. You'll get them this week here and so forth. So we look forward to having those delivered and so on. And we hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast. There's a number of ways to watch us. MyMGMSports.com. You can watch us from that link. You can find us on Facebook. We had tons of people liking us this week, sharing our posts and so forth. We'll be back here next week in Clanton here at Tiger Stadium. For week 2, it'll be Chilton County playing host to the Sylacauga Aggies, a game between two 5A schools. So we expect a competitive game. Both those teams have had competitive games over the years. Chilton County won a big game here in 2012 against Sylacauga, 35-7. Sylacauga actually had a player that went to Clanton, or excuse me, went to Clemson and played in the national championship game, a key player for the Aggies. And then 2013, it was a 13-3 victory for Sylacauga over there. And then Coach Bradford's first couple years, Sylacauga won by a point at home over there. Back here, Chilton County beat them in Coach Bradford's second year. I think in the third year they went back to Sylacauga, lost that game, and last year that was another close game, came down to the wire. And then last year in Coach Morrison's debut, Chilton County had the lead most of the first half and even into the third quarter against Sylacauga. And basically late in the game, Sylacauga was able to pull away and pull out the first victory last year. So we expect a very competitive game next week between these two
I can
teams.
tell it's going to be a big game because you remember all of the scores. That was impressive. That was impressive,
yeah,
Kane.
I wish it would help me out. Maybe I'll get in Jeopardy one day. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. You and Trebek, that'd be fabulous.
So we're going to wrap it up here tonight. So our final score tonight, for 46-14 Stanhope, we'd like to thank our sponsors that we just talked about a few minutes ago. And our team, our executive producer here on the Montgomery Sports Network is Stephanie House. Our technical director is Tommy House. Stephen Mock is our replay operator. On camera, we have Thomas Menigan. And in the booth, Cameron 2 on color commentary. And I'm Kane Young, your play-by-play guy. We're signing off for this evening from Clanton. Our final score, Stanhope Elmore 46, Chilton County 14. We leave you with some highlights from the night's game. Good night, everyone, and we'll see you next week. Try to break outside, and coming from behind the ball, stripped away, and Stanhope